my darlings. Ads are over, so here I am. Surprise! A little bit of a different thing today. I don't expect a whole lot of people to come and join us today because it is off hours. It's not usually when I stream. However, I can't actually have my lunch today because I'm leaving my work early. Because I have an appointment. So I am in desperate of need of a nap that I can't have. So I thought maybe I could just yap and watch videos, and that might keep me awake while I finish my day job, which is very repetitive. It's not like it's something that it's not like something that I can't stream while I do. It's just very repetitive. So days like today where I'm exhausted. I went to bed a little too late last night. But days like today where I'm actively exhausted, it's so hard to focus. It's like I end up scrolling on Twitter or Instagram, or I watch like 5 minutes of a video and then oh, cat gotcha. I watch like 5 minutes of a video, and then the next thing I know, I'm like watching another video and I'm scrolling through, and it's awful. Power cat. So we're just gonna yap. I'll let you guys fish. I haven't decided what to watch yet. I feel like it'll just come as it goes. I do need to decide what I'm doing for lunch, because I have not had that and I'm hungry. Oh, let me add those petals. I haven't, since I said it yesterday, I haven't had time to do any updates on the fishing game. Like, I haven't added anything other than that shiny Magikarp. So nothing's really new there. Oh, no. An infestation. Maybe I should get caffeine with lunch. Hi, YouTube. Hello. Yeah, I don't expect too many people, but not really about many people. A lot of people work during the day, or they have different hours than me, so they're not usually used to coming to my daytime streams. Ah, damn it. People tomorrow are gonna be like, why are there so many on? Don't worry about it. You missed nothing. Okay. No updates really since I talked to you guys last night. Everything's fine. My aunt's recovering great. That's really the biggest thing in my life right now. Apparently it's gonna snow on Sunday, which is the most depressing thing I've heard in the last couple hours, so not looking forward to that. I have to get my tires changed. 'Tis the season. Hi, Frozen. Welcome in. I'm gonna let people know that I'm streaming, but like I said, it's not my normal time. I usually stream in the evenings Eastern. But I'm curious to see how this will go on days like this where I have the time and I need to stay awake. I do play Elden Ring. I haven't played it on stream, but I played it when it came out, and I played the DLC. I haven't played it recently though. The last Souls like we played on stream was Lies of P because of the DLC. John asked me a question and I realized I had no idea. Resi. Resident Evil. Oh, it's on my wish list. Sheeb. Oh, Sheeb's sending me so many hot swordmen from the game she was talking about. Hi, John. Hi, Carnage. Here I am. Oh, blessed be the Sheeb. What's your favorite build? So, I don't specifically have a build. When I played it the first time, I really liked the Sword of Fire and Flame. No, wait, what was it? What was it called? The Sword of Night and Flame or something like that. I found that, and that's kind of been my whole thing. And then I discovered the dragon skills, and I really like the dragon skills. So, somewhere a mix between, that. The dragon skills are really fun. So, John, I haven't like pre-ordered Resi yet. I'm gonna have to at some point, but it doesn't come out till February, so I have time. My focus now is kind of Christmas related. So I have to kind of focus on that because I need to buy gifts for people. But I feel like anything like that I'll pre-order because Fatal Frame 2 remake also comes out next year, I think in March. So I feel like, I think in March. Let me check. I think that one's also on my wish list. But John was talking to me about Resi 9. That's a day one stream for me. I will be playing that immediately. I even have art coming for it. It shouldn't surprise you guys, really, knowing me. Okay, we don't have a release date for Fatal Frame yet. Okay. Just that it's coming out next year. Okay, well, no release date for Fatal Frame yet, but that's something I definitely want on day one. So, Resi and Fatal Frame are day one streams for me. Because I love them so much. What else is coming out next year? I feel like a lot of things. So, that does remind me that next month, the Game Awards are coming out. December 11th, I think. So, I'll probably do a stream with that with the boys. If I can finagle them into watching it together. I thought it would be fun to do like a bingo. Hi, Chris. Yes, I'm doing a surprise daytime stream. I want to see how it goes because it's kind of like a different audience, different group, different time for people. I know that some people like to watch and just like zone out while they work. That's what I do because I work from home. But days like today, I can't really take a lunch, so I'm just desperately trying not to fall asleep. So, here I am. I can't take my lunch, which is where I usually nap with Hero. Which is probably why he's not with me. No, he's probably off somewhere. Yes, honey. Oh, you guys want to see Rayla? She's in the bed. There she is. Oh, good girl. Oh, you're gonna leave? No? Okay, don't leave as soon as I put the cat cam on. Rayla usually, while I work, Rayla usually sleeps in the pink bed all day, and then Hero usually naps with me during lunch, but I can't have lunch today, so he's probably off just moping at me. But I can't. I have to leave work an hour early because I have an appointment. So here I am, trying to stay awake. Let me know when it's ready for pre-order in Steam. I know we got a while, but I'm getting... Aww! John! Oh, you're so sweet. I don't think I have you on Steam, but I probably should. Because we're birthday buddies. I think it is available for pre-order, but obviously it's not out until February. I don't think I have you on Steam. I still can't believe we have the same birthday. That's so funny. Sheeb is just sending me so many swordmen. Let me respond to Sheeb. Interesting. Yeah, John's so sweet. Thank you, John. I'm eating breakfast for lunch. When I added the treat stream thing, I went in to specifically fix the boba order because they sent Wolf's boba, like his drink, with the tapioca pearls, which is not what I ordered and not what he likes because he hates those. Oh, the friend request on Steam. But what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Sorry, Sheep keeps distracting me by the swordman. So they sent his with boba, and he doesn't like boba, but he also, even though I had asked him what he wanted when I put the order together, he was like, well, whatever. So I made him a drink. He was like, the drink was fine, but like, was there a different kind? I don't like boba. I was like, I didn't order boba for you. So now I have to remake the order. So I went in, but they weren't open yet, so I couldn't remake the order. You enjoy your crepes for lunch? I don't have crepes for lunch. Why am I looking at swordmen? Sheeb is sending me hot swordmen. I can't help that. I can't help that. And I saw that there's like a deli around here, like a family restaurant that has, I guess okay, I say deli. They call themselves a deli. Ooh, work, don't go away. They call themselves a deli, but for what they it's not actually a deli, it's just a family restaurant. But weird that Chinese places will send out crepes. It's not that weird. Chinese places do everything. Enjoy them. Enjoy. Huh? I don't have crepes. Who's eating crepes for lunch? Share with me. Did that work? Did I do it?
Oh shit. Here we go.
We go again. I'd have crepes for lunch. Yum 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 yum. Who's having crepes for lunch? Friend activity. Wait, that's me. Did it work? Oh, okay, let me accept this before I get distracted for the 20th time. Oh, small pancakes. Well, like the place literally does crepes and pancakes specifically. So I was like, well, I can't add an order of one without adding an order of the other so people can decide what they prefer. Rayla, are you cleaning yourself on stream, honey? Ma'am? Yeah. I am hungry. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, we should charge for that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What do I want for lunch? Now I've just been talking about pancakes. Pancakes are not good for you. Like Gigi and Kiki's delivery service said, pancakes make you fat. Yes, you, honey. You guys can really see her because Wolf's not here, so the light's on. I don't like the light on or off, so it's easier for me when the light's on. Everything you eat, okay. True, but you have to be careful. I mean, like, as long as you're careful with what you eat, it's fine. You just can't eat too much of things. Well, that's not a... You can't go on a diet for that. I don't change. I need to figure out what I want to eat, though. Yeah, it was, but that's okay. You're forgiven. I was really craving the other day. I know it sounds weird. I know the sentence is going to sound weird, but I was really craving a specific salad the other day. I don't really, like, other than Caesar and like some off salads, I don't really eat salad that much. But there was a salad place that did a specific salad and it had olives and feta and a bunch of stuff in it. It was like so good. The best salad, like literally a salad you'd actually crave. Got chicken in there, like it was so good. And then they took it off the menu. And I was like, well, I'm not coming back here. Took away my salad. Why would I come back here? Jesus Christ. I do need to eat food though. Bunny, did you hear that I added a shiny Magikarp to the fishing? Crouton? Just a crouton? I don't know. Like, I kind of just want Starbucks, which is not good for you, but I need caffeine. Just the crouton? Okay. Yeah, I heard. I'm gonna add more eventually, but not that. Not right now. Honey, I think you're clean. Ma'am. I think you're clean. Oh? Yes, that's my finger. Yeah. Yes, honey. I know. Mommy's gonna get her nails done today? Oh, yes, honey. I was so mad. I don't know if you guys saw it in the Discord, but we dropped my grandma off at the airport and it was like super early in the morning. I was so thirsty. I was like, my mouth was so dry. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna, when we make it home, we're gonna chug a whole lot of water. Dylan's like, you know what? That's probably not good for you. You're supposed to drink water. Let's just get a bottle at the airport. That bottle was $4. A small bottle of water at the airport was $4. And that $4 water bottle bounced my rent by 60 cents. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I think it's fine. I'll just go get a bank draft and then give that to them. But because that 60 cents bounced our rent, I have to pay $90 in NSF fees. What is the world coming to? Suffering. Like, what the like, serious? Why is this water bottle $4? So stupid. Oh, good girl, get comfy. Yeah, you don't need to worry about mommy's problems. Just take a big nap. Oh, good girl. We're gonna have to sell your feet pics. Put them on the camera, honey. No, okay. We have to sell your feet pics. You gotta show them your paws. Oh, good girl. Oh, she's sleepy. I love how they go from cleaning to out. Yeah, no. She's she's very prim and proper. If I touch her, she'll probably clean herself. If the boy gets near her, she'll probably clean herself. She's my sweet girl. Look at her tail. You guys can really see it in the light. Look how pretty her tail is. Can you show them off? Show off, honey. Look how pretty she is. We've seen 2 Persians now at the adoption center, which is so rare. But we really want a Maine Coon, so we can't get a Persian. But also, we can't have another cat in this apartment. Too stiff in here. We have no room. Okay, I need to figure out what I want to eat. Oh, it's payday, so probably order food. Wolf gets fancy Google lunches every day, so once every 2 weeks, I like to order lunch. That's all I can get, but that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna say thank you to John again because that's such a sweet thing. Okay. Let's go fly a kite. What do we want to watch? We have many options. We got drama, we got true crime. We got what do we got? What do we got here? Yeah, no, it's okay, internet. I know the Emaru situation is wild. Ooh, we got comedy. I feel like I'm down to watch anything, honestly. No matter what, like, this is not being re-uploaded. This is just a yapping stream, so that's okay. But we can watch some comedy. Hi, Theo. You can't go up there. I'm sorry, your sister's sleepy. Want me to put the toy on for you? Usually once a work day, depending on the time, Dio gets a little, like he took a poop and then gets really zoomy and he takes it out on me. Or Wolf, he tries to like throw all of Wolf's stuff off of his desk and then I have to protect him. I have to protect his stuff. Yeah, you get that, laser boy. And then get the zoomie. He got the zoomies. Have you guys ever heard? Well, John probably has because he has cats. But you know when the cats they get that deep guttural wows. You'll just be minding your own business, and you just hear the devil down the hall, and you're like, "What did I just listen to?" Nah, that's Dio. That's Dio. The other two don't do it. It's just Dio. Oh. Literally just Dio. Let's watch. Yeah, low. Yeah, exactly. Low rumbles from the corner of the room. Honestly, Dio is definitely the outlier. He is his own can of worms. One dog would get the zoomies after she got out of bath. Dogs do it too sometimes, but I've seen it mainly in cats. Our Doberman Murphy never really got the zoomies, but he would play with you in the sense that he would like put his head all around, and then you would go, and he would go, and he would play with you, and then he would do this cute little dance off the balcony when it was snowing because he got so angry. It was so cute. Oh, Dio is absolutely zooming right now. He loves that laser thing that we got. It like just zooms the laser in a circle, but also has like a feather toy on the top, and he loves it. I bought it for Rayla. She hates it. Dio, however, loves it. 10 out of 10 favorite thing. Oh shit. It's happening. I need caffeine. Do you guys, I know Cap and I have been talking about it, but how much do you guys know about that whole Emeru thing? Yeah, you get those fish. I don't think Mugen has a video on it. I know a whole lot about it. That's his favorite streamer. Yeah, so you know all about it. We could finish the Cinder video. You've been listening a lot? Yeah, okay. I feel like everybody knows now about the Emeru situation. I think the newest update that he is Mizkif is suing them is insane. Because why? So stupid. Explaining it to his mom. The other people she was before TwitchCon ever happened, and a week later I saw in tears. Aww. It's, yeah, no, what happened to her is awful, and now that she's come out against Mizkif, which is crazy because I watched a video in her video where she comes out about it, like in her live stream where she talks about it. She literally says, oh, he's going to sue me for this, not because he knows it's right, but because of PR. Oh shit. She clocked him. Okay, we got, I don't want to watch anything that's too old. I'm sure you guys know all about the pirate software stuff. I don't think we need to watch that. Oh, she's been way better off without him. I watched the poor girl. I watched a video of her. It was like a clip that came out again. But they stream Rust together, and he starts off with more people, and he's like happy and engaged, and then slowly as the night goes on, she gets more people, and then she gets a rate of like 5,000. So she's like doubling his numbers, and you can see him getting angry and depressed and just like pathetic. And then he ends stream early and doesn't tell anybody who he's playing with. And then all you hear from her end is banging and crashing. And every time one of them happens, she just flinches. That's so sad. If you're ever in a situation like that, leave. Like, if Wolf decided he wanted to stream Star Citizen or stream his Gunpla builds, which is what he does want to do it one day, but he can't do it yet. Scully, I know, I'm sorry. Surprise. Oh, that is gonna ruin people's stream streaks. Oh no, I didn't think of that. That's okay, Scully. I didn't think of that. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, I don't think anybody claimed those at all today. It's been a weird day. Oh, yeah, rip Dimitri. Oh, no. No, it's okay. I don't think Dimitri's gonna be here. I didn't think of that. Anyways, what was I saying? No, it's just a sad situation for her. Oh no, I know. Wait, I know what we can watch. Hold on, we're gonna support Dan. Let's support Dan. Hold on, I know what we're gonna watch real quick. I didn't think about the stream streak. I hope nobody gets upset. Hi, Papa Lion Taber. Yeah, no, I didn't think of that. But but nobody get upset if you lose your stream streak. I'm sorry. Sometimes you just gotta be around during the day. If you're walking around Walmart with me in your hand, okay, but pay attention where you're going. Don't walk into anything. Well, good morning, Papa Lion Taber. I know it's a weird time, but surprise. Why'd that guy walk in? Mommy, why'd that guy walk into something? Don't worry about it. That not a reason? What's not a reason? I think if you loved me enough, you'd be here regardless. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, let's move over to the other screen. Fishing will still be up. Don't worry. I'm not getting rid of it. I'll make it bigger for today since we're just yapping. Meow, 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 meow. Pedals, 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 pedals. I'm excited to get rid of this pedal counter because I keep forgetting about it. Okay. Fishing. I love cat. No, you did not hear more beans. We have 70 more petals into the beans. I haven't had food yet. Let me get food in my system before you bean me, okay? Jesus.
FBI, open up!
What the? Hi, fishy. How many more petals for a bean? Oh, no, 70 more petals for a bean. I gotta eat food. Don't bean me. Easy peasy. Got him. Yeah, people have been using Tangia to scare me, and it's been quite the experience. Okay, we're gonna watch this, and then I'm gonna link it to you guys, and then you're gonna watch it because we support the Dan. Hold on. Not on this account. Haha, got him. Now I can like it many times. Oh, hey, that's you. Yes, I haven't seen this yet. The thing about cats is you just hear the most random things behind me. Yeah, we gotta support the mountain lion. While I think about what I'm gonna eat before you guys bean me. And I do my job, you know?
Ranger,
Which is so funny because he doesn't. No, we don't have any.
Are you doing the smart thing where you just wait for me to walk into your...
yes.
Wow, you're really not getting him there.
That's how that works.
Am I even hitting you?
No.
I don't think so.
What the?
You're.
Come
It
here.
really feels like you should have gotten him.
Spin me. I need to go there still.
I just bought
So some much tonight, fun.
tomato bisque specifically.
Does this not? Am I not? Did they turn on friendly
The
fire?
aiming is-
Never mind.
Go ahead and say no. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna let Akane answer that one. Hold on. We don't have anything we can bring her back with. Actually,
no, I deserve this. I deserve this.
I don't want to be stuck here with you.
That's fine.
come in time.
Yep.
Hey, what's up?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're going to
You
shoot
you
range.
missed
Alright.
for
Turn on friendly fire.
45 seconds, and then you just turn around and one shot me. That's a hate crime. I didn't realize you hated the color red so much. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me. So if you guys want to go see it yourself, we support the Dan. Oh, what was that, Tiny? Oh, cat cam, cat cam. I just had a embarrassing moment at. Well, uh-oh. This lady had a t-shirt on. I thought it. She had a funny shirt. She was confused. Looked down at my shirt. Said fall. Oh. Oh. That's not. F-U-C-K and F-A-L-L. That's not the same. I understand. I understand what you mean. 27 missed shots. But you hit me in one. What up with that? What up with that? You need to tell me something? Oh, look, it's the boys. I don't have time to watch this right now, but I will. The way it looked because it was weird lettering. I guess no, that's fair. Some of them have really weird lettering. Okay, to watch. What to watch? I don't. Only the mod can target a streamer perfectly, or just somebody who's been my friend for so long that they just have really good aim when I show up. Okay, wait, hold on. Meow, 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 meow. I don't know Korone myself. I know of her, but I do not know her myself. Oh, okay. So this is, we'll watch this real quick. This is an actual lawyer going over the Ms. Kiff lawsuit.
Miskiff's lawsuit is hilariously bad. Today we're breaking it down on the legal mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew.
Yeah, I guess she was on a break.
American attorney in America.
Okay, what do I want to
And
eat?
we're going to break this down for you today. It's good to be back. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I've been doing some traveling. I'm back in the States for a little bit. And I am very excited to be coming back with this topic, something I predicted in my last review of the Miskiff versus Emeru kind of drama, which was drama then, but it's legal now. There's a lawsuit now, and this is something that is
Ooh,
absolutely
I could get
gonna blow
shrimp
back on
rolls.
Miskiff, and we're going to get into that today. Of course, I've got a PowerPoint as we get into this fast.
Have you guys ever had shrimp rolls with the peanut sauce?
Make sure to like the video, leave a comment, let me know you love the fast facts, and let me know you're glad that I'm back. So this is Miskiff versus effectively everyone. Now, I know not everyone on the internet is named in this, but all the big players are in this. And we're going to go over the parties first so you guys understand the background for this lawsuit and what's going on here today. So obviously, a couple disclaimers up front.
I might
This
get
is
that. That sounds
something
good.
that I wanted to break down. First
I'm
of
not
all, this is a
watching
public
shrimp
court
rolls.
document.
You trying to tell
I
me
know
a
that
shrimp
there's
fried
an
this rice?
unredacted version. Anybody can go out there and find the unredacted version with all the names, everything else. I have chosen to take selections for the fast facts and to redact them. However, once again, all this stuff is now public. One thing about a lawsuit is it all becomes public. Everything becomes public, which is why things are going to be very, very interesting. One fun fact was I don't believe Miskiff is using his legal name or real name. I believe he's using a previous name because I've seen other lawsuits where he uses a different name. So regardless, if he's using a fake name,
Shrimp
that's
chips
come
the
out,
other
real
day
name
or
will
shrimp
come out,
crisps?
particularly in a
No, I've heard of
response
those
by,
before.
the defendants, Emeru,
Yeah,
Asmongold,
I've had a
OTK,
shrimp
Mythic.
omelet.
That's
I've
gonna
also
come
had
out.
a shrimp
One of the
fried
big things
rice
is I am
omelet.
obviously represented by Mythic, but I do not represent or speak for Mythic. I'm not their lawyer. I'm not their representative. I don't
Yeah,
speak for
he's a
Asmongold,
talent,
Emeru,
not a-
anybody else, OTK. I'm speaking for myself. And one of the things that I do appreciate, and I want to give a little bit of thanks to Mythic on this, is I actually had this conversation with them before I ended up signing with them, saying, hey, look, if anything comes out involving a lawsuit, I'm going to cover it. Now, I'm going to do it as I always do, neutrally, based on the facts, based on the law, telling you the way it is or the way it isn't. And that's just the way it's going to be for me. And that's always how it's going to be for me. But they did not put any caps or restraints on what I said or how I speak, particularly as it involves the facts of the law. So I'm not representing
Yeah,
anybody.
I think this is the
and
winner. I'm
just
going to get
throwing
shrimp
it out there.
rolls.
The last thing is, I am going to make some bold statements here. I do say his lawsuit is hilariously bad, but court cases are always unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. Even if there's a 99% chance that he loses, hey, there's a 1% chance out there. Judges can be crazy. Things can be crazy. Things can happen in unexpected ways. So just got to throw that out there so that everybody knows that, once again, I'm honest about how things shake up in court. So let's get into it. Who are the parties? Obviously, Miskiff here.
Mostly because they're
my
cheaper than
gosh,
sushi.
This guy, what a clown. So he is claiming all sorts of damages here in terms of reputational harm, loss of business goodwill, loss of earnings, future earning potential, emotional distress, and mental anguish.
Emotional
mental
damage.
anguish. Did those plushies hurt your soul, Miskiff? Did those plushies destroy you? I know you got the big Donkey Kong
Yeah,
back
wow.
there, but you're really baby Yoshi energy. Listen, Miskiff is going to destroy himself legally, financially, and reputationally in this, and I am going to be here to cover it all the entire way. So I'll say it once, and I'm going to say it again. Thank you, Miskiff, for the infinite content here. Obviously, you have Emeru, Emmy here. She obviously was key to the accusations involving, obviously, some emotional, physical, potentially sexual allegations against Mr. Miskiff.
Meow, meow,
And
meow,
that's
meow.
going to be
I don't know why
key
that's
to
stuck in my
what's
head.
going on here. But backed up on that and in the lawsuit is the Roach King himself, Asmongold. He's in this in the defamatory context, claiming that his statements are defamatory.
Oh, but
That's what
sushi
Miskiff
does
is going
sound
after.
so
he's pulled into this
good.
as well. And mind you, both Emmy and Asmongold would be key to the discovery here, and both of them would be deposed, which means they're going to get questioned, and all those things, including all those things Asmongold said he kind of doesn't want to talk about yet. Yeah, he's going to have to talk about those eventually when he's asked questions by his
Oh, though
lawyers
the
and by
rolls will get
Miskiff's
here
lawyers.
quicker,
So
and
all
I'm
those
hungry.
stories
Let's just
and
do the
all
rolls.
those
I'm
things
just gonna
he
do the
says he
rolls.
has are going
They're
to come
cheaper.
out. Now, he may not want to
They'll
tell
be
them
here
right away,
soon.
and I respect his decision, obviously.
And
He's
maybe I
thoughtful
can bundle
guy.
them with
He's thinking
coffee.
about this
I
carefully.
I know
But all
Carnage,
those
but the
things are gonna
sushi's
come out
twice the
as he
price.
is now a named defendant. Another named defendant, Mythic Talent. Of course, once again, my talent agency, but once again, I'm not personally involved in this. But they're brought into this for contractual side as well as OTK as a corporate unit. Obviously, they all had some ownership stakes.
That's a lot of
in this.
people
They all
I've
had a
heard of.
share in this. So obviously, depriving Mischief
I've only
of his-
heard of I've heard of Extra Emily, but I've never watched. You guys can't see all of them. I'm sorry. Let me make it smaller. I've heard of Extra Emily. I've heard of a couple of these people, but I've never watched any of them. I've never really watched any of these people. I know of Aspen and I know of Emaru. Those are two probably the biggest names on here I know. I knew of Tectone. I don't know if he's the one that people like or not. You know them all, Fishy? I mean, there's a lot of people who know them all. I've heard a lot of these names before, but I've never really watched them, you know? How do I do this in a way that's better for you guys?
his shares is one of the claims at stake here. So let's get into
Don't do
this
that.
lawsuit. So first, we have breach of contract. Now, this is the strongest possible claim. Now, why do I say strongest possible? Because we don't have the entire contract. Now,
Whatever.
I can speculate on what that is based on number
They
one.
are all
having
hated or
these
loved.
type
I
of
feel like
contracts,
that's
and number
right.
two,
I feel like I've
you
heard
know,
that
having,
before.
Written some types of contracts like this myself. As you guys may or may not know, I'm a corporate lawyer. I have reviewed a lot of corporate agreements. So I can very much imagine what's going on here. And the strongest argument that he does have, and this is me being honest and upfront, is that there might be some breach of contract until we see the contract. My argument here in my kind of thoughts for OTK in general would be release the contract. It's going to come out as part of discovery. It's going to come out as part of this process. So one thing I would want to see, and once again, they can release this privately, publicly, whatever, it's going to come out as part of the lawsuit, is to get this particular agreement. So what is he saying? He's saying that, hey, they ousted him from ownership without breach or default. And now what that is saying is he had no notice. He had no reason to know he was going to be kicked out of OTK. Well, by his own admission and by the filing of the letter, which they previously sent
I was going to say,
him,
he
in fact,
said something,
was
didn't
on
he?
notice. He already had a strike. They could have removed him for just that, but they decided not to. So this, to me, despite being his strongest possible claim, is fundamentally flawed by his own evidence, by the evidence that he's submitted himself. So saying that he's divested with no breach or notice is, in fact, countered by what he submitted, which we'll look at later. The next count is defamation. Now, this one is one you guys can obviously are familiar with. We've covered a lot of defamation cases on my channel. So he's saying that essentially the two main defendants, which are essentially Emaru and Asmongold, have defamed him with untrue statements, et cetera, and have published these to millions and millions of people. Now, the big problem with defamation is that you're going to need to prove it at the actual malice phase. And the actual malice means that they actually had a high standard of malice against you, not just they said something that they were mistaken about, but they knew it was wrong and they had actual malice. That's going to be hard. The last one, count 3, is declaratory judgment against OTK, Mythic, and King, which essentially is saying, hey, look,
Ooh, I
these
could
guys
get Tim's
breached
bundled with this.
their agreements, breached their bonds that they had over the management fees. So these management fees were not owed, and these were unlawful. So that's a breach there to divest
Hi, Ultimate.
the plaintiff Miskiff of his interest in the company. So those are the three main claims there. So my analysis of those three claims is that the breach of contract is once again the strongest, but it's entirely based on the contract. The letter from OTK hurts Miskiff's case. That's going to absolutely damage him and damage his, his ability to go forward on this. Defamation is the most idiotic. Why is it the most idiotic? Because it opens up discovery. Discovery means every single email, Discord message, WhatsApp, text message, anything, Signal, whatever else is out there, all of that is going to come out against Miskiff. And not only that, but he's opened up all of his finances. So all of his money, everything else is going to be coming out for all the world and God to see, for everybody to say, hey, what's going on with Miskiff? What is wrong here? How much money did he actually lose? And did he lose that money because of these statements? Well, that's going to be really, really hard to prove.
Yeah, no, a lot of these cases, that's the problem, is you need to have so much actual evidence to prove anything. Like, look at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. Like, he had a lot of evidence. A lot of evidence also was not allowed to be played for some reason. And she still won one of the things because I can't remember if it was his lawyer or publicist at the time. I can't remember who, but somebody who worked for Johnny said something. Not he didn't say something, but somebody who worked for Johnny said something, and that specifically was used against him. And that was where that was the only part of that trial he lost, was that, oh, well, he can't deny the fact that his person that said that, like, like that was like the only thing he lost in that whole case, because it's aggressively hard to prove. But like he had so much evidence.
Show that, hey, because of these statements, I've lost revenue. How about you've been losing revenue because you've been, well, sucking lately, bro, right? You've been on a downtrend. You've been on a spiral. You've always been having trouble with views, having trouble with numbers. Everybody's numbers are down. So how are you hurt specifically, bro? And how are you going to prove that this is, once again, actual malice? This is something where they knew what they were saying was false and they said it maliciously. I think that is something he's just not going to get to. And beyond that, there's seems to be proof and seems to be enough evidence that a lot of what was said was the tip of the iceberg. In fact, there's much more that people don't know about Mizkif that's going to come out. So all those naughty stories.
She said when she came out with her first video and she said, well, I know for a fact he's going to try to come out against me. She literally said, if he sues me, good, because then I can put more of this stuff out there. Really, John? No, that trial was wild. That's probably one of the few trials I've ever watched from beginning to end. I've seen a few true crime trials. I actively was watching whatchamacallit, the do you guys know about the Doomsday people, the Doomsday mom and the priest guy? Have you guys heard about them? I actively watched that case when it was out. I've heard about them. Maybe we'll watch like a thing about them after, because that case is insane and very crazy. But I actively watched those trials because I was so wrapped up in that case and that this person could do that to their own kids. Insane. So Jay is home. He is not answering me. He is napping. I'm going to be a good sister and get him a coffee.
Parties that he went to, once again, parties that content creators should be well advised to be very, very careful at, because these things can come back and bite you. So all of that's going to come out. All of his bad shenanigans at parties, all of his behavior, all of his conduct, that's going to come out. So all of that is going to weigh against them actually actively lying in a malicious way. The last is declaratory judgment, which I think is based upon the contract. Once again, the OTK letter, I think, hurts Mizkif here. But if the contract is pretty clear with giving them ability to breach, which once
chocolate
again,
hazelnut muffin, that sounds terrible for me.
Corporate contracts, any corporate lawyer would know this, like myself, anybody else. There are reputational clauses. If you hurt the reputation of a company, they can terminate you. That's been a thing forever. That's always been a thing. So the fact that he thinks he can get away with that, the fact he thinks that, hey, that reputation doesn't matter for a company, no, that's very, very standard. That's very, very ad forma or pro forma, sorry. It's something that every company is going to want to get rid of somebody if they're a problem or look like a problem, and that's a standard clause. Almost everybody, every
Yeah, I
employee out
usually
there
get
in
a
modern
tea
corporate
from
America has
Tim's,
some
but I
sort
can
of
bundle it
reputable
with the
clause.
shrimp
So I
rolls.
think
So
if he breaches
yeah, I'm gonna
contract
do
and
that.
declaratory judgment, I think he's going to have a real uphill
I'm just
battle there.
deciding if I want
And
like
let's
a
look at the letter here.
tree,
This is very interesting.
or
So
if I
this is
just want to
something
get
that
like
was
a
also
big thing of
included. He
Timbits, so
submitted
my
this.
brother can also
Miskiff
have
submitted
some.
this, that he had a notice on or about November 6, 2023,
I'm a good sister.
that he from OTK, there was a notice of termination and repurchase. So he was already on notice. So trying to say that he had no notice literally goes against the own evidence that he
Here
submitted.
somewhere.
I don't understand how stupid you can be and how hilariously dumb you can be to say, hey, I had no notice except for this letter where they already put me on notice for multiple instances. Let's read the language here. Reference to your course of misconduct, including multiple instances of unwanted physical contact and violence.
Oh,
And violence.
that's not good.
So he was on notice for
He was
unwanted
for
physical
being
contact and
violent.
violence. This
Yeah.
is before the quote unquote mounting of Emaru, which happened more recently. And this is once again as of January 24, 2025. So they already had this updated notice, and he's already was put on notice. And once again, let's read these comments, because these comments in
Pressing
and of
exit
themselves,
out. No,
which he
don't exit out.
previously made, would have been more than enough to terminate him. F streamers, F them all, F everybody, F FaZe Clan, F the fourth.
I
floor,
saw
F
that he
OTK,
said all
F
this. That's
everybody. I'm
crazy.
going to start being a solo streamer. I've never
That's
needed
nuts.
anybody. They needed me. First of all, how desperate is that? How beta is
Crazy.
that? How soy is that? You don't need me. You need me. No, sorry. Nobody needs your tough, I can't even handle a plushy self, bro. That is more than enough to say, if you're saying
Yeah,
F
you
your
get 'em.
company, for them to terminate you. That's more than enough. And then going on beyond that, saying OTK failed miserably. Nobody wanted to buy it. It didn't make sense for anyone to ever purchase OTK or to run and operate OTK. So now OTK is very small. Put together, this alone would have been enough. So he's already defeated, I think, a lot of that argument for declaratory and for breach
Yeah.
of contract just by his own evidence, which once again, how many brain cells do you have? And lawyers are willing to file a lot of things, even if there's lack of a real strong, reasonable basis. And based on the short form of this lawsuit, it's very short. There's not a long lawsuit. These clips that I've got you on this in this short, fast facts are actually the.
It's just
beef of what's
crazy that
going
he's
on.
like, the OTK failed miserably. Nobody wants to buy it. It didn't make sense. He like shit talks everybody on it, but he's like, he made it. Like, imagine if I made a company and then like 2 years later, because I didn't like how it was turning out, I'd be like, yo, fuck everybody on this. Like, that's crazy.
Here, this is not much, but all of it that we see kind of weighs against Miskiff, which to me, it just boggles the mind. So my conclusion here, and this is something I'll go into more detail on my live. You can get into my live and jump in on that as well. But I think this is going to destroy Miskiff legally, financially, and reputationally.
Good.
In fact, if he wanted to have a good
Sounds
case, he would
like
have a better
he
case
deserves
against
it.
Gucci Marks for his kind of representation of him in the deep fake, etc.
Okay,
That
I got him
would
a
have been
coffee and I got
better
us some
case. But
Timbits.
this case against
Woo, Tim
Asmongold,
Hortons.
Emaru, OTK, Mythic, it's not going to do well. But on Mythic and OTK's side, I think they should release the contract in full text.
Yeah,
Release the
I
contract,
mean,
like the Kraken.
if-
Release it. It's gonna
if
come out
it's
in Discovery
legally
anyway, so
allowed,
you
like,
might as well get
yeah.
that contract. You might as well see, hey, what's the legal basis here? Because I guarantee you, there's going to be a reasonable basis to terminate it.
That's
But the last thing I
crazy.
wanna conclude
Imagine
on here
ruining
is
your
thank you for
career like
infinite
this because you
content.
want to be
This is
right.
the Christmas gift come early, the Thanksgiving gift, and I am absolutely grateful for you for that. But guys, I want to know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one.
He didn't even finish his sentence. I'll catch you on the net. Oh, not a Yule log without what? Why are you making a Yule log? It's only November. It's 1 a.m. Oh, Carnage, you gotta go to bed soon. Oh, Kenji. Would it be weird to react to Kenji reacting to something? He's so funny. crazy psychopath. Just for anybody who doesn't know, that's the face of evil. Oop, I'm knocking things over. We can't watch Netflix on here, can we? I was gonna say there's a good one on Netflix. I'm just trying to see if there's any channels I recognize that covered this. Any paid services we can't watch here, I'm pretty sure. I think Bose covered this. Sorry. Good thing I have caffeine coming. Okay, yeah. This case is insane. Yeah, I watched the trials for these because that was nuts. It's so hard to probably narrow this down. Yeah, like she has an hour and a half. Everybody's an hour and a half. I also don't know who would care if I watched it because it's so old. Obviously, like, I'm not posting this as a video. If you haven't seen the Netflix doc, though, it's really good. Poor Kobe. He is the worst. Like, he had it the worst. Yeah, no, maybe not. It's very long. Let's go to jail. You can tell I have nothing to hide from you guys. I don't care. Have you guys seen the Knights of Guinevere yet? Because that is great. No? Well, some of you probably have seen this, but we're going to watch this because why not? It's like a pilot for a new show. If you like things like Steven Universe, it's made by Glitch, obviously, which is what's here. This episode is fantastic. I cannot wait to see more. So watch this, but watch it again, maybe on your own. Obviously, give them lots of love and support. This got like, where is it now? Even 14 million views. It had like 5 million views in the first day. Like, it was insane. Please bring me my food. I'm hungry.
And this was a very long time ago indeed. There was a princess, trapped in a tall, tall tower and locked away by complicated machines that ran on blood and fear. She spent her days playing games, pretending she wasn't scared, but she was in dire need of rescue.
You're good? Well, that's good, Pez. I'm sorry that you had that. As somebody who's recently gone through some heart stuff, it's scary.
I can make you better.
Warning though, this show is a little fucked up, so
Come with me.
warning for anybody squeamish.
Go on, take a look.
It was beautiful. A world of possibility, where fantasies became reality, where tall tales became indisputable truths.
It's all for you, Olivia. Everyone who comes and goes will eventually be under your
Chest
watch,
pains, like
okay?
no shit. I know mine
Sweetheart.
turned out to be a heart
I hope
attack
This can make up for.
or panic attack.
I think I need to say it. Olivia, your future can be as bright and beautiful as all this.
Shoot, I
Embrace
messed up.
it. Let your past
Fix
fade
that real quick.
away. You're here now. Do you understand?
Yes. Thank you for the present, Papa.
It is the same people who made the Amazing Digital World or the Amazing Digital Circus or whatever. You would be correct.
It's our new kingdom.
Yeah, a little fucked up.
Isn't it pretty? Yes. It's so very, very...
Shit! Security!
It's okay, Papa. They'll bring her back. And when they do, I'll fix her again. Yes, it was so very long
Creepy.
ago, and no one ever heeded the princess's prayers for rescue. Will she ever escape? Will she ever find her knights?
So obviously, like a big play on Disney and against Disney. Well, good to make sure that you checked Pez, because that stuff's serious. Dio is a big sleepy boy behind me. This is normal? What this show? Look at them trying to cheat their way into a plushie. She's so
Well, hello,
pretty.
little ones. I'm Princess Guinevere. What are your names? Francesca and Andrea from M7. What lovely names. Are you lost?
And then she fixes her hand.
Thank you.
Pretty. Pretty lady.
Come on, I just need change for the vending machine. I'll tip you 10p.
Read the sign.
What? Crowny? Me?
Don't do that.
Ugh, I went to school with you. You know me.
Thought I did till you started wearing that uniform, Crowny.
I'm not even administration. I'm an engineer. Junior engineer. Bottom of the ladder.
Which one did she need again?
Mercy.
Who chose your side?
I chose a job. Ass. I got rent. We are all victims of the park, but everyone's so busy picking apart each other, they don't see the corporate hand at the wheel. You think a cog like me has power? No. I got more to say.
I'll lower I'll shrink myself. I'm a little too large on the screen.
Terraformed, and soon there'll be no place untouched by the light of
Ooh, whoa, okay, easy there.
We got no choice.
What the
choice.
What happened? Oh no, I messed it up.
Screw Reggie. What does he know? You're a park engineer, D. Most people would kill to have that job. Besides,
Here we go.
Frankie, when did you buy these? Emphasis on buy.
Ha ha ha! She totally bought it.
Oh yeah, boombox. Should've known. Well,
Here, I'm a little smaller so I don't take up so much room.
Damn it, Frankie! Your ass is gonna pay next time at Mahjong!
hey, little guy. Need a tune-up? There you go. You two? Looks like your who's a what's-its are out of calibration again. Easy fix.
Why does the... There you go. The volume wouldn't go away.
Shit.
I know, I'm tiny. I don't want to take up so much space. That's terrifying.
What's going
What in a
on?
FNAF?
Some more bullshit from work?
AJ has me doing a week's worth of tests in one night. Wanna kill myself.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Why would anyone splice the facial controls into the environmental pipeline? It's not a very sophisticated solution.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, nice. What fixed it?
Oh, a hunch.
Man.
Whatever you just told me.
I got so much to learn from you. Then maybe I can.
I know, Tempe. We're gonna have to wait 80 years, but I'm so excited because this show is so good.
About that sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, shit, it's morning already? Shit.
That's right, Andy. Have a good day. Go kick some ass. Show 'em who's boss.
I love that they're living in a head of the Guinevere.
I better get to work too.
Like, it's definitely one of the few pilots I've seen that has ever, like, it doesn't have a right to go that hard, you know? And then they're mass producing stuff, which is like, I understand it makes a lot of trash, but I'm not gonna lie, when I go to Disney, I want to buy everything. I'm weak. I'm a sucker for Disney stuff. What day is it? The 6th.
Hey, boss man! There's something caught in the net!
Frankie!
What?
Stop gawking at the park!
Sparky, what? You can't even see me right now.
I don't need to see you to know you stopped working.
What?
Precious Park ain't gonna have crap to melt into different crap if we ain't hauling up scrap. So get back to it. And I saw that too. Yeah, usual spot. Tonight.
Okay, John, be careful.
Eyes out for the good plastic. The keychain factories are getting desperate for materials.
Aye, aye, Cap.
Yep, same price. No, there's no damn repeat customer discount. Fuck's sake.
And then we see how fucked up everything is for people not at the park. Terrifying.
God!
She's so beat up. Look at her. Oh my god.
Holy shit. Is that?
A Guinevere android. I don't recognize the model.
Oh, who gives a shit what model? This is gold!
What? You're just gonna sell it?
What you expect me to do? Share a cigar with it?
And then he shares a cigar with it.
I was just thinking, Spark, I could fix her. Get her working again. Cause if I do, maybe I can get an engineering job like Andy's in the labs, and I could... Careful!
No fix-it. No labs. I don't want you involved in that dreamland crap. Those lab rats are always up to their necks in sick shit. Trust me, they're some of my best clients. Don't worry, you'll get your cut when we scrap her for parts.
I know, honey. I'm sorry that scared you, poor girl. We just talked about Disney, and Disney's like, hey, you're a Canadian resident. You want to save on a trip? No, I'm not going there right now.
Surface this time.
The surface? No. My poor dear Guinevere. She must be so confused and lost. Bring her back, won't you? Oh, bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Please, I have to fix her again.
Yep, crazy. Crazy old lady.
This time.
Shall I call security?
No.
Which, like, based on context clues, that's the little girl from the beginning, so it makes you really think about how much time has passed. Because if enough time has passed for the little girl to get old, then that's crazy. She's been torturing her for that long. And obviously, like, you can see, people don't like her. The people who live down there and have to suffer with all of the mess and pollution.
You're polishing the wrong septic, Crowny.
Hey, asshole! I'm just trying to get by like anyone else. Just because I got a job in the tower doesn't mean you can treat me like... doesn't mean you... Sorry. Hope you feel better. But also, fuck you!
That's so real.
Oh, why hello. Didn't notice you there. Come closer. Meet some very good friends of mine. This
Not
is
Su...
Guinevere.
What is the name? Sujan Wu?
And
Prodzi?
yes, this is Guinevere as well.
She's
the
so
beloved
pretty.
monarch of Park Planet. If you can believe it, there are as many Gwens as there are stars in the sky. And every one of them draws on the same magic to remember everything. So wherever your journey leads in the park, every princess you meet will recall the same cherished memories of you. Our Park Planet engineers work tirelessly to create the ultimate experience for our guests.
She doesn't really look like any of these models.
Doesn't matter what model she is. You need to go back for her.
Yeah, the princess is the princess.
All monarchs are usurpers and descendants of usurpers.
It would be the cat. That's the psycho one.
No, Sparky's my boss. I can't just steal from him.
Do it, Francesca. Bite the hand that feeds. Think of it this way. Is it stealing or is it rescuing?
It's stealing. No matter what, it's stealing.
You eat yet? I'm
This feels like
thinking
Hatsune Miku, what, like
dumplings
Guinevere
with bathtub
does?
brew from Sunny's Pub, cause yeah, today sucked.
And then the toys are around, so like it's obviously she does, like, she has her own problems.
She seemed sad when we locked her in there. Couldn't move or speak.
Who's locked up?
But are my tools good enough?
Frankie?
And Sparky's just gonna chop her up? Ugh, what an ass!
Frankie, is Sparky chopping someone up?
Andy? Andy! Perfect! Amazing, Andy!
Frank, you have to tell me if Sparky's doing something illegal.
Is he gonna kill someone? Because I feel like I need to know.
You have to tell me if he's hurt someone. In the last 8 hours?
Andy, I'm just messing with you. But you got security clearance, right? You gotta get me into the labs. I need a repair halo for this.
Well, for what? Tell me what the hell is going on.
Better yet, I'll show you.
This did so well in like so little time that I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with it.
I've never really seen one like this. It looks really unusual and old.
And I can fix her brand new.
Better bring it to security. Maybe there's a reward out for it.
Why not bring it to security after I fix it and see if I can't wow anyone? Know what I mean?
Are you saying you're willing to risk jail time to be a
Hmm.
corporate crownie like me?
Remember when we snuck in the park to play that crane game? We didn't get the doll, but we met a real Gwen. That memory is still so vivid. And now you make stuff that gives other people memories like that. I just think that's cool as shit, D. Right, Guinevere?
That's right.
Leave that poor robot alone. Where's my lunch? Well, she's arriving.
Come on, Andy. You can do it. I believe in you. Damn, dude. You really gotta get away from your desk.
Well, ain't this a fucking
Uh-oh.
Andrea, Franklin, you taking my prize hog for a night stroll?
Sparky, I know this looks bad, but
I'll deal with you in a second. What is this, Franklin? Mutiny? Am I not doing right by you?
You were just going to sell her, man! To one of your nasty clients. This is a real chance for me.
To do what? Shine some shithead shoes in a fancy tower till you choke on the fumes?
Like, they went so hard on this pilot for it being a pilot.
Know what some nasty client affords us? A second ship. Fast one. For you. Maybe even a third. That's a whole goddamn fleet with you as a captain. We both know the money ain't in scraps. It's in exotics.
Food,
Give it a sniff,
food,
Frank.
food.
Chill out, your rowdy.
Hi, Dimitri.
I love you for that.
Is the game not letting you fish?
I do, but I can't show you special treatment. Especially because you're you.
God, you're always so dramatic in front of the boys.
I know you're only here for the fish game, not for me.
Stop biting me! Fight back proper! You stole my boat. You stole my android. And now you're throwing a tantrum like a child. You know what happens when you break the rule.
This is crazy to me because it's obviously a thing that breaks teeth, right? Like he has something that you pull teeth out with, and she's missing 2 teeth. So obviously this is not the first time she's fought back against him. The cooldown? Well,
don't you dare.
This is a stupid
okay, yeah, that's fair, Dimitri. I won't ask.
You're calling me stupid? You're about to sell an actual Guinevere android for scraps. You have no idea what you have.
Yeah, and you hit like an old man, old man. Oh, wait.
No. That was good. Let's make
I'll half the
You let
cooldown.
us
How's
fix
that?
it. Working model. I bet you could sell it for 10 ships, huh?
I get why Franklin's doing this, but you, what's in this for you?
Because I want money. Because I got fired. That's the truth.
Fine, fix her up. Make her shine. Then bring her back to me. Deal?
Gross. 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 One of them is poisoned.
Well, business calls. Franklin, Andrea, I'll be in touch.
And then they all just disappear.
No, I thought that went really well.
I halved the cooldown, so the cooldown's only 1 minute right now. So if you need more time than that, that's too bad.
Abandoned projects are left to rot. That elevator should take us where we need to go. Last chance to turn around.
Look what I got! Want a race?
She's so not serious.
Did you really get fired?
I really got fired.
They're idiots. Hey, Maybe they'll take you back after
Please don't cheer me up. But even so, even after all this crazy shit, I have a good feeling about this plan. I think this will
Probably
really
nothing
work.
bad will happen.
What now?
Long enough to get my stream streak. That's fair. Oh yeah, your flights today. Did you have one already? How is it? Waiting between flights is always so bleh. My food is here.
Big? Yeah. Security? No. I would have known about something like that. I think. But the Gwen droid.
Screamed. Yeah.
But they're not programmed to...
Scream. No.
I like this little bit of dialogue here.
Think she was trying to warn us?
Goodly ladies, arrest thy steps. Thine hearts I wouldst make mine.
Yeah, the doll just fucking screams out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck? I'll be right back. I'd want it was super delayed. Oh. Ended up here in enough time that I could cut. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, and then he gets mad.
You gotta save the princess. Get up, or you're all gonna die.
Hello, little ones. Are you lost? Is that your parent or guardian? I see. Well, you've been such a good friend to me. Allow me to sort this out for you.
Frankie! Frankie! Come on! We have to get to the elevator!
No, she helped us! We have to help her!
How?
Okay, Dimitri. Thanks for popping in. Okay, I have my tea. And of course my food, because I'm hungry. Hero's following me around like, Mom, we nap? And I'm like, I can't, boy. I'm sorry.
Hello, Francesca. Hello, Andrea. It's nice to see you two again.
They're so cute as kids. Oh, they gave me chopsticks? Oh, heck yeah. Shrimp rolls, peanut sauce. I'm delicious. Who dares message me? Well, there you go. That was Guinevere. I really like it. I think hi on YouTube. I think they did a great job with it. I'm very excited to see more things and more episodes. It's crazy how many views they got within being like, it was out for like a day and it had like 5 million. Okay. Do you guys know about the pirate software stuff that happened lately? I'm just trying to think of things to watch so I can eat. Back to our boy, Muujin. This guy, because we do have the Cinder video to watch, which we could watch, but I don't really feel like it right now. Okay, easy there, buddy. Like, some of these are so long ago, I don't want to do that. Ooh, what's this? I haven't watched this one. Let's watch this one.
Japan
Short.
is a country like any other, comprised of both positives and negatives. If you're familiar with the country, then one of the big negatives that you might already be aware of is the slave labor work culture, where you get paid absolutely nothing and yet still have to give up everything. But another major negative in the country that happens to be more of an open secret is the worrying rise of stalking-related incidents. This has long been an issue in the country, but its turning point was actually in the year of 1999, when a typical stalker case turned into a disastrous murder that humiliated the nation's police due to their pathetic handling of the entire case. Today, and 26 years later, we recently found out from a report that cases involving stalking in Japan are currently sitting at an all-time high. And in the first half of 2025, we witnessed a stalking case so disastrous, so mismanaged by the police, that it made people start drawing parallels between it and the tragic case from 26 years ago. So what the hell happened, and how is this something that the country is not going to forget about anytime soon? Well, let's talk about it. Alright, so to truly understand the significance of this incident, we have to go all the way back to the year 1999 in order to talk about the story of Ino Shiori, a 21-year-old university student at the time. You see, on January 1999, Ino
It is
would meet a guy
unfortunate
at
because
an
there's
arcade
been
by the name of
some, I mean, there's been some crazy cases from everywhere, but some of the Japanese cases are absolutely nuts. If you don't know anything about it, I'm not going to get into it, but there's that one poor girl with the Hello Kitty doll. Like, there's some messed up cases in Japan. And mind you, like I said, everywhere else too, but some of the Japan ones are also nuts.
Komatsu Kazuhito. They got to know
They're
each
not
other
safe
that day
from
and shortly
crazy.
afterwards started dating. It didn't take long though for Ino to start noticing some pretty severe red flags. For example, Komatsu would all of a sudden start buying her some very expensive luxury items, such as Louis Vuitton handbags and Gucci clothing. Ino wasn't so easily swayed though and didn't really care about materials,
Is that how you're
so she
supposed
would
to say
refuse
that?
them. Komatsu wouldn't take this well at all and would start screaming at her and causing scenes in public. At that point, Ino knew that this guy was crazy and started to slowly distance herself from him. Komatsu noticed that and threatened to hurt her unless she stayed with him, and so she did, until she was finally able to leave him months later. This is when Komatsu would effectively lose his mind. Over the course of the next 4 months, he would spread letters and posters all over the neighborhood to slander both Ino
What?
and her father. The harassment got so bad that both Ino and her father went to their local police station in the Saitama prefecture and presented them with these posters, these letters, even license plates and photos of certain cars that were spreading the slander. And of course, the police couldn't care less. They didn't assist in any way, shape, or form, which of course only served to leave Ino and her family defenseless. This entire harassment campaign and Komatsu's obsession would reach its conclusion on the 26th of October 1999, when Ino would be in the middle of commuting to her afternoon class at university. She biked all the way to Okigawa Station, and as she was getting off, a man armed with a knife would end her life on the spot. By the time her body...
This is what we mean. This is why it's not safe. This is why, like, as a VTuber, I never want you guys to see, like, connected. I don't want you to know who I am, like, for my own safety. And this is why the Emaru thing was such a big deal. People be crazy. It could go from normal, safe, and fine so fast to it's done. That's it. The person's life is over because they didn't want to be with that person anymore, or even they didn't even want to be with that person ever at all, and that person can't take it. Like, they just can't take it. And this was how long ago? So this just shows that just like nothing ever changes, and it's only getting worse with the internet. Jesus Christ. This is why people were telling TwitchCon they were scared and they didn't want to go.
Had made it to the hospital, it was already too late.
Wild.
It turned out that Komatsu had hired a hitman for 20 million yen, an obscene amount of money, in order to take her out. But one could only wish that the story really only ended here. No, things got substantially worse. As the parents of Ino were grappling with the fact that she wasn't with them anymore, the same Saitama police station that refused to help them attempted to cover their own asses by fabricating misinformation about Ino as a person, spreading lies about her, saying that she was a promiscuous woman, even going as far as calling her an escort, someone who sells her body to men for money. Shortly after, Japanese tabloids as well as mainstream press would also run with that same narrative, slandering her name and running it through the mud even further, even after she had lost her own life.
Jesus Christ.
Instead, it took one independent journalist by the name of Kiyoshi Shimizu to expose what Ino truly went through with her family over the course of 1999, and to expose the complete incompetence of the police as well as exposing the people behind her death. It was a national embarrassment, with 3 senior officers being dismissed immediately and a few others having their entire salaries cut. This was such a serious issue that in the year 2000, lawmakers
when you can't even
passed
trust the police,
Anti-Stalking
that's
Act,
not
giving victims of
good.
stalking and harassment more power by allowing police to intervene before a situation becomes serious. And to this day, this remains a pretty big deal. One quick Google search and you'll see testimonies from many people living in these so-called first world countries, venting their frustrations about how they went to their local police station, told them of a stalker, showed them proof, and the police refused to do anything, even going as far as saying we can't do anything until the stalker does something. In other words, we can't do anything unless the stalker hurts you, which by then would be too late. So to be fair, Japan was definitely one step ahead with this law passing, but it was still far from being perfect. Stalking-related violence still occurred multiple times, and the law was revised 3 different times throughout the years. Once in 2013, once in 2016, and one more recently in 2021.
Telling my brother this coffee
Each of these
is up
revisions
now.
aimed to give victims even more power when being faced with a stalker. The most recent revision in 2021 actually changed the legal definition of what stalking is, specifying that making silent calls, or calling, or transmitting using a fax machine, or sending text messages through any text messaging service persistently despite his or her rejections is enough to be classified as a stalker. There were also more specifications in this revision, like how if someone was walking in your neighborhood repeatedly and you felt like they were stalking you, then the police could intervene.
Good. Holy shit. So like one of you guys know this, but when I was younger and in college, I had a stalker and he followed me. Hi, John. Welcome back. He followed me, whether I was going to work or whether I was going to like when I or home or school, or he was in my classes. Like he followed me everywhere, and it made me very uncomfortable because like I couldn't get away from him. He literally just stood there at my job waiting, and I worked 2 jobs. So if I wasn't at one, because I worked in the same mall, right? If I didn't work at one, I was working at the other. He would wait at both of them to find out which one I was working at. Like, it was creepy. But he didn't hurt me. I didn't let it get to that point. I just stopped going to school. He didn't do anything to me. He didn't hurt me. But I couldn't have gone at that point. I could not have gone to the police with what I had at that point because he hadn't done anything. That's just, there was nothing I could do against him, unfortunately, to get him to leave me alone. And it's just like, there's so many cases where you get all these stalking, all this harassment, and they won't do anything because they don't count it as harassment.
Perfect world, giving so many tools to victims of stalking would effectively mean that stalking is now extinct, right? Well, unfortunately, we don't really live in a perfect world. And as you saw in the beginning of the video, stalking incidents keep increasing, not decreasing. And the latest stalking-related incident that just occurred in 2025 is a grim reminder that what happened in the year 1999 to Ino can still very easily happen today. Alright, so we're now in the year of 2025, and our story takes place in the Kanagawa Prefecture, part of the greater Tokyo area, more specifically in its capital city, which is Yokohama, renowned for many aspects of its cultural heritage, as well as its very big and varied Chinatown district. This story involves Okazaki Asano, a 20-year-old working a regular office job, and on the other hand, we have Shirai Hideyuki, a 27-year-old who's unemployed. They were both in some sort of a romantic relationship together. We don't have an exact timeline as to when they first met.
This is me working,
dating, but what we do know is the first time that Okazaki reached out to the police. On June 2024, Okazaki reported having a nasty physical fight with Shirai. She went ahead and reported this to the local law enforcement, which in her case was the Kawasaki Rinko police station. As far as we know, they wouldn't hear back from her until September 2024 when things would escalate further. This is when she would file an official written complaint, saying that she got injured after they had gotten into a physical fight. Things weren't very straightforward though, because a month later, on October 2024, she would go ahead and withdraw that complaint, essentially saying that she didn't want to press charges anymore. So the police didn't bother looking into this further.
That also happens a lot.
Things aren't that simple. In fact, what's really interesting here is that on May 2024, just a few months prior to this, the National Police Agency of Japan called on prefectural police departments to place priority on protecting the victim when romantic entanglements break down because problems can escalate rapidly and lead to violence. This was an official statement made by the National Police Agency. And you had a woman who was saying that she was in an abusive relationship, talking about physical harm, who had so far made a complaint in June and a written one in September, only to then withdraw it in October. But don't worry, because barely a month later in November, she would file yet another complaint against him. So of course, you're probably wondering, now that there's been so many different instances of complaints, what did the police do so far?
Honey?
Well, they verbally warned Shirai 3 times, as if the guy had publicly left trash on the street or something. And I think it would take common sense
that's not
to
enough. That
understand
almost
that
makes
if you
it worse
just verbally
sometimes.
warn someone about domestic violence like this, they would be able to very rapidly conclude who made the complaint against them and punish them for it.
It makes
so
it
one
worse.
could even go as far as saying that the police made the situation even worse with how they conducted themselves. But this was nothing compared to how they let down both Okazaki and the entire country of Japan in December 2024. On December 9th, Okazaki would call the police station 9 different times. And in 3 of those 9 calls, she would explicitly say that she spotted Shirai in her neighborhood walking around, even though he didn't live there. This call also wasn't random. This was someone who had filed multiple reports on Shirai with the police prior to this.
So they shouldn't have ignored it, but I bet you they did.
Priority. However, with that in mind, the police only bothered to tell her to not leave her house. That's it. And they didn't bother looking into this further, even though she had called them 9 different times. Thanks to the Anti-Stalking Act that we saw earlier in the video, the police had full legal right to intervene.
To do something. They could have done anything, but they just decided not to. It was crazy.
We have a video of him literally prowling outside of her house while looking directly at the window in the creepiest way possible. I mean, watch this. This was recorded on the 12th of December, where we can clearly see Shirai prowling around the neighborhood, looking directly at the window.
And he's hiding his face. He knows what he's doing.
If I saw this outside of my window, I would be creeped out beyond belief. It was recorded by one of the friends of Okazaki who was staying with her, no doubt because she felt way too scared to be alone. And it was sent to the police on the same day. But again, nothing. Shortly afterwards, Okazaki would call the police yet again to let them know that Shirai had stolen her bicycle. Again, nothing was done. And on December 19th, barely a
That's
week
wild.
after the video of him walking around
She got him.
prowling outside
Or he
of
got
the
her.
house,
That's nuts.
things would escalate to
No.
a living nightmare.
That's terrible.
On December 19th at around 10 p.m.
Shame.
in the evening,
Shame on
Okoski
them.
would call her local police station to let them know that she was fearful for her life. No doubt telling them that she could see Shirai prowling around her house. She was told to call back during daytime. On December 20th at 7 a.m., after no doubt having a sleepless night, Okazuki called the police station yet again and was told to call later because no one could take her call at the time. This was the last known interaction anyone
That's not how that's
had
supposed
with
to
Okazuki,
work.
because after this she would
Holy shit.
vanish, and
Her
no
family
one
better.
would be able to reach her ever again. During the entirety of all
Her
these
family
phone
better
calls, she was
sued
seeking
them.
shelter
Sued
in
the
her
hell. If that
grandmother's
ever
house
happened to
that
me,
looked like
I would
this.
want my
On
entire
December
family to sue the
22nd,
police
just
department.
2 days after Okazuki had disappeared, her grandmother had called that same police station and told them that her granddaughter had not come home, adding that the window in the house was broken and saying that this was probably done by her ex-boyfriend. The police made their way to the house and proceeded to explain to the grandmother that there were more glass fragments outside than inside the house, having the gall to suggest that the glass was broken from the inside, not the outside, insinuating that it was her granddaughter that broke the glass to somehow escape from the house rather than someone trying to break in. They took photos of the broken window, but didn't even bother collecting fingerprints. The poor grandmother, who was practically being ignored by the police, had to file a written report for them to finally go back to the premises and collect fingerprints, which unfortunately, as far as we know, didn't lead anywhere. Things got even crazier on mid-January 2025 when Shirai's own family would call the police and tell them that while they don't have any concrete proof, they believe that Shirai murdered Okazuki. The police would later admit that they found this call to be unproductive because it didn't help them find the exact whereabouts of Okazuki. Unproductive when Shirai's own family was saying this about him. It's insane. What's even crazier is that on January 24th, the police would find Okazuki's stolen bicycle in front of Shirai's house. For whatever reason, this didn't raise any suspicions in their book.
This was so
Since
painful
December
to listen
20th,
to.
2024, which was the last time we ever heard of Okazuki, up until March 2025, Shirai would be questioned 7 different times by police. During 3 of those 7 times, they searched Shirai's house with his consent, meaning that they didn't have a search warrant. He just simply allowed them to come in to show that he wasn't hiding something. But this also meant that they couldn't be as thorough as they would have been with a search warrant. With all that in mind, though, it was
I
only
see.
on March 25th, when they were interviewing him for the 7th time, that they started getting suspicious of him. Throughout all these different interviews, he kept saying that he had no idea where Okazuki is, but on March 25th, he finally admitted that on the 20th of December at 6 a.m. in the morning, he went near her workplace in order to hopefully meet her, but couldn't because she didn't go there. The police, as I said, were starting to get suspicious of him, but the true suspicion
Starting to
arose
get suspicious
when
of
Shirai
him.
left the country shortly after the 7th interview. He left Tokyo to go all the way to San Francisco. This is when the
Why would you let him
would finally
leave?
get off their asses and get a search warrant for his house, going in to thoroughly inspect
Don't
it
you
while
flag
Shirai
people
was
for
out of the
non-flying?
country. This is when they would finally
Jesus
find
Christ.
the whereabouts
Oh
of
my
Okazuki.
God. Don't
The
please don't tell me she
investigation
was.
team
Oh
could sense
no.
that there was something wrong in the house. This was a traditional Japanese house made up of wood, which meant that the floor was a bit elevated and it was composed of floorboards. The police started removing those floorboards one by one and eventually made their way to the kitchen floorboards. This is when they would find a bag buried deep under those floorboards, and in that bag they found a humanoid figure.
No.
And the reason why I say humanoid figure is because initially they couldn't even recognize it since half of it was skeletonized. It was a partial
of it?
skeleton. It
What?
turned out that Shirai, in his pursuit of getting rid of evidence, was slowly barbecuing the corpse, hoping to only have bones left. And he had plenty of time to do that gradually, seeing that he had 4 months to do so up until that point. After further analysis, the police was able to conclude that this was indeed the corpse of Okazaki.
Well, now I
So
don't
on
want to
May
eat this
3rd,
Timbit.
when
That poor
Shirai's plane
woman.
finally landed back in Tokyo, the police was waiting for him at the airport to immediately arrest him on suspicion of mishandling a corpse.
Good.
What he did was horrendous in every way, but people were wondering how was he allowed to get this far? The incompetence of the police to the point where they even enabled this murderer to continue doing what he was doing, that was on the same level as the incident back in 1999. But today we have a stalking act that's been revised 3 times. The police couldn't say that they couldn't act. They had every legal right
They
to
should
do
be
so.
sued.
20
Unbelievable.
days after initially being caught at the airport, Shirai was both indicted and charged with damaging and abandoning a corpse, without specification as to whether he acknowledged responsibility or not. Police vowed to continue investigating the case, but obviously, as you can imagine, Okazaki's family is outraged beyond belief.
Yeah.
On May 3rd, when Shirai
As
was
they should
initially
be.
arrested, they protested outside the police station saying things like, "You killed her. You're the reason why our daughter left this world." And at this point, it would be hard to disagree with them. However, the Kanagawa Rinko police station has defended its handling of the case, claiming that Okazaki didn't want to file stalking charges against Shirai and that there was no indication she regarded his actions as stalking. Many found this statement to be ridiculous because she had filed multiple reports against him
Yeah.
and by December was claiming to have felt unsafe over him walking outside of her house and even providing proof of that. We literally saw a video of him walking around in the creepiest way possible.
No,
Shortly
Carter.
later, a prefectural police spokesperson said they would review the office's handling of the case. But again, that's too little, too late. I can't imagine what the family and the parents had to go through for 4
Yeah, that's crazy.
months until they finally received closure in the worst way possible. This was so significant that the father of Ino Shiori, the woman who was in the 1999 case, had something to say about it, stating, "I want members of the police station where the victim sought help to think again about whether the way they respond recalls their mission to protect
Yeah.
the lives of citizens."
So
Serving a grim
that other case is that other case must be the Hello Kitty case. Every time they show it, Hello Kitty.
reminder to the nation that even after 26 years, Japan hasn't really
Poor girl.
improved with how it handles cases of stalking. If anything, it's gotten worse. A national police agency official in Japan who handles such situations has been quoted as saying, "I feel quite strongly that what matters the most in implementing those measures is the awareness of each individual police officer," specifying to us that even though the tools and the laws are there, what really matters in the end is the individual police officer and how willing they are to help people like this. Look, this is obviously very tragic and so frustrating. It's like, why
No,
are you even a
Carnage. We
police
don't
officer if you don't do
Nah.
anything? But what's crazy
None of
here,
that.
obviously, is that both Ino back in 1999 and Okazuki in 2025 are both regular members of society. We're used
Yeah.
to seeing news about how celebrities and news anchors and public figures always have to deal with stalkers because of their fame, but this can literally happen to the most regular, average person you know. Okazuki literally worked an office job. But like anyone on the planet, she sought love, she sought a partner, and to do that, you have to date multiple people, and she simply
Yeah.
got unlucky with Shirai. That shouldn't cost her her entire life. The
They
same
take it
exact
like
thing
these
had
these
happened
kind
to
of people
Ino.
that do it,
sucks.
men or
I
women, they
hope
get
that Okazuki is
obsessed,
the
and it's
last
just
person
a
to have
problem.
to suffer something like this, but both Japan and the rest of the world have a long way to go until people can finally feel
That's
safe when
crazy.
having to deal with a stalker. Thank you so much for watching until
Thank
the
you,
end. Please stay
Mugen.
safe out there, and I hope that you never ever have to deal with a police station as incompetent as this
I
one.
think I ate too
I'll
much.
see you in the next video, whenever that is. I love you so much. Mwah.
Oh, what's that? Your life is in danger. Please call back tomorrow morning. That's wild. Well, just don't tell me about it. Don't keep me involved. I don't want to know. They're attacking Doki again. Leave Doki alone. This psychopath woman. This old lady killed her neighbor in front of the neighbor's children. And it's insane. Ooh, Shudder Story. This is my problem, is I used to watch a lot of people play scary games, because if I was never going to play the indie game, then I wasn't gonna buy it. Might as well watch somebody play it. So I played a lot of them. But now, like, I'm like, what if I want to play that game? What do I do? I'm stuck now. Watch that. Watch what? This one? I looked at many. Oh, there's my voice. I looked at many things, Carnage. We got about an hour and 10 minutes left before I got to go to my nail appointment. Force Poppy to play it instead. That would require him to play games. He doesn't. He loves horror games, but he doesn't really play. He just says he doesn't. No, can't watch Hasbin. No, go away, Hasbin. He just doesn't watch. He doesn't watch or play really that much. Not as much as I did. We had a problem because he really wants me to play Alan Wake because I've never played Alan Wake before, and I started streaming after we decided to do this, and I was like, oh, I'll play Alan Wake at some point, and then I'll play the second one. He's like, well, you can't play the second one. You were gonna watch me play the second one, and I was like, but okay. Slenderman is after me. Oh, chibi dokie, no. Nope, you can't see that. That's Epic related. I can't watch. Well, first of all, I can't watch Hasbin because I'm waiting for all the episodes to come out before I binge it. But we can't watch Hasbin because it's a Netflix thing. We can't watch it on stream. But I'm waiting for all the episodes to come out. I like these ones. They're always so cute. Oh, this woman is insane. She's like, oh, there's a hurricane in Jamaica. I'm still going to go. And then she goes and she's like, there's a hurricane. Please pray for me. It's like, why did you go? Top 5 killers in Japan. Where's that one? I don't know if I saw that one. What the fuck? That's me. That's me right there. This one?
Japan. A country known for its safety, discipline, and peaceful streets, where violent crime is rare.
Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's got so much crinkling to it, I can't watch that right now. I have everything so loud, I can't watch that right now. Lena. I don't watch her, but her stuff, her model and stuff is cool. She was destined to be a streamer, but became the best mom. Aww. I'm doing my best. Okay. That's a fish. I've heard good and bad things about this RV game, but I do hope to play it at some point. You know what? We're just gonna when in doubt.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And that phrase is perfect to describe when a massive content creator gets into controversy.
I don't want to spend the next
bad
20
enough
minutes looking
to
for something.
end
This
their
is the whole reason I'm
career.
streaming.
But when it comes to Pirate Software, he wasn't just a big content creator. He was someone who managed to blow up from 13,000 subscribers
am
all
not.
the way
Isn't she
to
cute? She's so
1.1 million
sleepy.
in less than 2 months, taking over the YouTube Shorts algorithm at some point, and even making
Nice,
over
sweet girl.
$50,000 in one Twitch stream. However, he also managed to lose all of that just as fast. His actions didn't just make him
You
unlikable,
want the head
but it
scratches?
exposed him, both as a brand and as a person, making people realize that they had subscribed to him over
Yeah.
lies or exaggerations, and that he never showed his true self until
big
now. You've no doubt
stretch,
somehow heard about this already.
Yeah.
So many people are talking about him because it's that much of a crazy story, and so I thought of making a video going back to the first ever incident and how it led us here
She's so sweet.
today. So without further ado, let's do this. All right, so the first question
The orange
to
boy
even
has left
ask
me
you
again.
is,
He's
where
like,
the
she's
hell
not
did
gonna
Pirate
nap. I'm
Software
outta
even
here.
come from? Well, he created his channel in 2016. And while his channel would grow over the years, it would do so in a very
Why do
slow
all the
manner,
Timbits taste
reaching
like
13,000
maple?
subscribers after 7 years. But then, at the end of October 2023, he would take a decision that would change his life forever. And that would be uploading highlights of his Twitch streams as YouTube Shorts. These were such an incredible success that for a while they took over the YouTube Shorts algorithm. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if a huge portion of you watching this video right now came across these shorts on your own time. The views speak for
I
themselves.
had
with
actually
tens
when this
of
whole thing
millions
came
of
out.
people being exposed to his channel
I was
for
like, I
the
don't know who
first
that is,
time
but he keeps
and
popping up.
liking it. But how did he manage to do that when so many others couldn't? Well, many different shorts actually share the same factors. All you have to do is just watch one to understand the
Imagine-
appeal. This short right here, titled
Imagine getting 10 million views on a short.
Social engineering, has every single one of these factors combined. So let's take a look at it and then I'll explain. Watch.
So when I worked at Blizzard, I had to do a social engineering task where I had to hit customer support, and I had to get 50 questions answered. And let me tell you, I got my questions answered. I shouldn't have. That was the problem. They're not supposed to answer those. And one of the things that I found that was really interesting is people that had been there for 1 year were really, really hard to trick. But people that had been there for 5 years were really easy to trick. What have we learned? We've learned that training is the issue. Everybody that actually worked at the company got training in their first year, and then they never got training again. So they became complacent, exactly. The director of CS came, and he said, I want the names. And I said, I'm not giving you the names. You're just going to fire those people. And he goes, I'm going to go to your boss. I was like, do it. My boss is like, you got the names? I was like, yeah. And he goes, you going to give them to him? And I was like, no. And he goes, he's not going to give you the names, bud. And then I sat down and was like, look, I'm not giving you the names, because if I did, you'd fire all of these people that are your best employees, the ones that have been here the longest. And in 4 years, you will have the exact same problem with the people that are newbies right now. The issue is not the employees, it's your training regimen. I sat down with him, we created a new 6-month training regimen. Guess what? I went back about a year later, did the same thing. All those people passed with
I mean, I
flying colors.
guess.
Not
I
a
just-
single one of them answered my questions.
Well, there you have it. The deep voice with the confidence and eloquence.
I've
in
heard
his
things about
speech,
his
as well
voice and
as
it
the
cracks me up.
whiteboard he was drawing on at the bottom that was meant to soothe any attention span issues Gen Z might have was the perfect
Okay.
combination.
It's the internet has done a lot of things for us, but it also has taken away a lot of things. The attention span thing is not just a Gen Z thing. Millennials, I feel like we're developing it because the internet has ruined us. That's like why I can't, if I'm tired, I can't focus on my job. I'm scrolling through TikTok short, like I don't really scroll through TikTok. Scrolling through Instagram and YouTube shorts, like my life depends on it to keep me alive for some reason. And then like 2 hours later, I'm like, oh fuck, what was I doing? Give me 1 second though. I'm gonna be right back. the internet's ruining all of us, not just Gen Z. So he said that, and I was like, hold on. Might be worse for them, but we're still all suffering here.
Additionally, this story made him out to be a genius, but not just any genius, a noble genius who saved 8 employees from losing their jobs by standing up to the evil boss. And where did that boss work? At some unknown company? No, he worked at the grand, prestigious video game company Blizzard Entertainment. Yes, that's right, this guy right here, talking in such an amazing, eloquent tone, worked at Blizzard Entertainment. And that's something he would make sure to mention any chance he got.
When I worked at Blizzard, I did that for Blizzard. Blizzard.
I've seen this.
Blizzard, 7 years, yeah. Blizzard. I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment.
Anyway, we'll get back to that later in the video, but for now, all you have to understand is that these shorts were extremely effective. Pirate Software had gone from 13,000 subscribers to 1 million before the year even ended. That's 2 months, going from 13,000 to 1.1 million. And over time, his shorts have racked up almost 2.3 billion views. A massive, astounding achievement in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, like it's just crazy to me because when I was born, there was no internet, and now there's internet, and it just shows you what has happened over time.
People went to those streams to see the real thing live. And so his Twitch channel went from 400 concurrent viewers to thousands. And within barely 3 months, he was at over 8,000 concurrent viewers. That's top 1% of the top 1%. Now look, of course you might think, well, there are bigger streamers out there, of course, but even those streamers must have gotten envious sometimes because of how loyal and supportive Pirate Software's community was. On December 2023, he would beat Twitch's Hype Train record. When enough people donate bits or gift subs, the Hype Train is activated, starting at level 1. While that's happening, a timer starts counting down to 0. If more people donate, the timer resets and they get to level 2. Pirate Software's community had gotten him to level 55, and they discovered together that level 55 was actually the cap. No one had ever reached a Hype Train level this
55?
high on the entire platform. He had gotten over 7,000 subs and 1.8 million bits. If you don't know what this means, he had essentially made $50,000 in one
That's disgusting.
stream. This guy's community was so unstoppable that
That's
it
so
made
much
everyone else
money.
be aware of his existence. So much so that he actually was able to get nominated
What the heck,
to
guys? You
Streamer Awards
slacking.
in December of 2023. He was
I'm kidding.
barely getting viral.
I'm
But
kidding.
This is just how influential he was in such a short span of time. But what I want you to understand here is that the Streamer Awards actually have way bigger streamers than Pirate Software in other category nominations. For example, like XQC or Kai Cenat. These streamers would of course send their own communities to go vote for them
Streamers
on
that
the
I know
website,
of but would
and they
never
did
watch.
so with no issues. But when Pirate Software sent his community to vote for him, they crashed the fucking website. No other content creator had even come close to crashing the website. So it goes without saying that he won the Best Software and Game Development Streamer Award in 2023. He wasn't just absolutely killing it, the guy was speedrunning being
sorry, I
a
didn't
content
mean to punch you
creator,
guys.
getting to 1 million subs, getting hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitch, winning streamer awards.
Is this? Hold on. So you can't see it. Hold on. On this video that we're watching for the Streamer Awards about this guy, he's watching this video. Here it says, I reviewed Pirate Software code. Oh boy. We trying? I know. I'm kidding. Obviously, that's a crazy amount of money and numbers. I'm joking.
Donations on Twitch. So of course, I say this with no exaggeration, the sky was the limit and the guy was barely getting started. If he could achieve that in just a couple of months, what could he achieve in years? Would he become a legend? Achieve stardom? Either way, he was unstoppable.
And it was at that moment he knew.
wasn't.
He
And
fucked
had no
up.
one to blame but himself. The first incident that would begin his cataclysmic downfall was, in the most ironic way possible, in a World of Warcraft dungeon.
Imagine.
Yes, Blizzard Entertainment's biggest game of all time. And it would become his worst nightmare. Guys, I don't think World of Warcraft needs any introduction, okay? It came out in 2004 and revolutionized gaming forever. Many games tried to copy it, many games tried to compete with it, they all died, and this game is still alive today in 2025. Now, throughout the years, it has received many different expansions, 9 in total. And while they would add more content, quests, story, sometimes new races, sometimes new classes, some of them would also permanently alter the game's fundamental mechanics. In other words, the game that you're playing now in 2025 is vastly different from the game that you would have played on release day. One could even go as far as saying that they're completely different games at this point. Seeing that so many people's most meaningful gaming experience while they were growing up was World of Warcraft, a lot of them yearned for nostalgia. A lot of them wanted to relive those days when all they had to do was worry about mechanics from 10 or even 15 years ago. This would result in the rise of WoW private servers, unofficial servers ran by fans in which they would use old versions of the game. At some point, Blizzard would start taking down some of the most popular private servers and would cause community outrage, with many asking Blizzard directly, well, why are you going to take them down, seeing that there's demand for them if you're not going to make one of your own? And so they took their sweet time, but eventually, in the year 2019, they would launch World of Warcraft Classic, bringing back World of Warcraft exactly how it was back during patch 1.12.1 of September 2006, before the launch of its first ever expansion. It would run in parallel to the normal World of Warcraft of today and would slowly re-release its expansions, allowing people to relive them once more. In the summer of 2023, World of Warcraft Classic would release the Hardcore Realms game mode. These are separate servers from normal ones in which you can create a new character, but if you
as somebody
die,
who
you
plays
lose
Final
that character
Fantasy, like
forever.
WoW is still
That's
such
why it was
a
called
different
Hardcore.
language
And this is where
that
Soda Poppin comes in, a streamer that has been streaming for over a decade now. In his early days, he was a popular World of Warcraft streamer, and when he saw the announcement of World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore, he would create a hardcore stream.
That's why that name was familiar. He was in OTK, and we were just talking about him. And I was like, Soda Pop, and a name sounds familiar, but I don't know who it is. That's why it's familiar. I'm sorry, honey. Did mommy yell? I'm sorry. Don't glare at me.
Guild in October
Never got into WoW. I grew up with consoles. I didn't grow up. I didn't have a PC until right before. I literally bought my first PC for Final Fantasy
eventually also
14.
try to do endgame content. It was a big success, so at the end of 2024, he decided.
Actually, I bought my first PC, and the first thing I ever played, like MMO wise, on it was Guild Wars 2, and then Final Fantasy came out.
To launch Season 2. This time, better and bigger than ever before. The amount of streamers that participated in this Season 2 was insane. There are
Takahata 101. That was like the only name I recognize. Gordon Ramsay Gaming, what?
Streamers here who had
Legal Eagle. Oh, God. I don't know, and I don't know most of these names. Roll.
World of Warcraft that were huge.
That's crazy. That's a lot of names.
Some were League of Legends pros, some were Counter-Strike pros. I mean, the list.
That was so long ago. Yeah, I was like,
amount of people. And of
shit. When did that come out? It was like late
many
teens.
Big streamers that had joined OnlyFans.
Early, like, I think it's 18, 19. I can't remember.
Seeing that he had built such a massive influence over
that was a while ago though.
Adding him to the guild was seen as a net positive. It was seen as a good thing until one day it wasn't. The maximum level you could reach in World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore was level 60, and getting there just by itself is already an ordeal that lasts dozens
Thanks, Snake
of
Guy.
hours and sees you
We're
try
just finishing
your
up
best to
Spookathon
not
for the
die.
next week.
Now, Dire Maul is a dungeon that you can only
And then I'm going back to
access if you're
normal.
level 58 at the minimum, and its appeal is the amount of great gear that it drops. Dungeons are typically ran by 5 people, so Pirate Software and 4 other streamers decided to take this on in order to get better gear. Now, usually, when you're in a dungeon or a raid, there's always a team leader, someone who calls
That's
the
me.
shots. It's
I'm the
very
raid leader
stressful role, especially
of
in a
my
raid
Final
when you're
Fantasy
managing
group.
a couple dozen people.
But here's the difference. For my raid group, I am the raid leader. I'm not the raid caller. We have we have somebody else who calls all the shots, like all the mechanics. He calls all the mechanics because that's what he does. He's good at it. I just make sure everybody's there, and if we have to cancel or find someone, I'm the one who manages all that.
Crazier in hardcore World of Warcraft.
That's why I don't stream
because
on
whatever you
Tuesdays and
decide
Thursday nights.
might affect the accounts of the people playing. One wrong move and they lose dozens of hours of progress, and it's all on you. I'm saying this because I want you to bear in mind that Pirate Software is not the group leader here. But as silly as this sounds, the beginning of Pirate Software's downfall was because of this dungeon and what you're about to see here. the YouTuber Dev, otherwise known
Look at her,
as Short
she's so
Fat Otaku,
sleepy.
great name by the way, combined the
Knows I'm talking about
perspectives
her.
of everyone who was streaming in the dungeon minus one person. One of them was Pirate Software on the top right. As you're watching this, you're going to hear the team leader say,
He was
"Run."
passed out
In
on the
World of
bed
Warcraft
behind me.
Dungeons or raids, this means retreat, but help each other retreat. Not every man for himself. Don't care about your teammates. You're meant to stick around, try your best to outmaneuver the enemies while making sure your teammates also make it out with you. But as you might guess, that's not what happened here at all. Watch.
God damn
Run,
it.
run.
Just run. Keith, are you dummy?
All right, so he said run. The team tries their best to make sure that they all get out together.
Massives. No.
Look at Pirate Software.
Also, are you fine? Any grenades,
I got last
anything?
stand. You can just
Heal
kill
him,
them.
heal him.
Yeah, you just heal me. Just come back a little bit.
What's on me? Sitting bear form?
He's so far away.
I can help lot. Yeah.
He's just going.
Pirate, why are you walking, bro?
What are you talking about? Why am I walking?
This
Look
is
at my mana.
savageable. Come
Innervate
on,
you?
man.
Kill the.
So his teammate told him, Pirate, why are you walking, bro? This is salvageable. Come on, man. He doesn't care. He keeps running all by himself.
Just kill the mastiffs.
Innervate.
Innervate the healer. Kill the mastiffs. We got this. In a sense of.
War something?
Do you see my mana? What am I supposed to do for you?
Just kill the mastiffs. One shot. Okay, we
More
pulled
on the
another
way.
shot.
More on the
Run
way.
now. The mastiffs can be ice novas.
Now we're gonna wait.
Musara?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Run.
Evocation's on cooldown, man.
I can taunt last.
How much mana is
as
ice?
well.
There's no that much mana.
You have a boss in you. You called run.
Getting slowed.
Fuck. Wait,
anything for me?
I don't think.
That guy's dead.
I cannot.
No.
I cannot stun him. Also,
No,
good.
just run out.
So, that sounded like a massive fuck up, didn't it?
Yes, it did, Short Fat Otaku. Bear in mind,
Which guy almost sounds like Captain?
Pirate Software's excuse here was, I have no mana. I
cannot stun him. Also,
No,
good.
just run out.
So,
I can taunt last.
How much mana is
as
ice?
well.
There's no that much mana.
You have a boss in you. You called run.
Getting slowed.
Fuck. Wait,
anything for me?
I don't think. I cannot stun him. Also,
No,
good.
just run out.
so that sounded like a massive
Oh.
fuck up, didn't it?
Yes, it did, Short Fat Otaku. Bear in
The
mind,
guy
Pirate
Muujin?
Software's excuse here was, I have no
Maybe
mana,
a little
I can't
bit.
help you, when he clearly had 2 items in his inventory that could bring back up his mana. He could have totally helped and saved his 2 teammates that ended up dying, losing all
That's
their
so many
progress.
hours of work
This
they
was
just lost.
a disaster. One of his teammates, Yamato, on the left here, confronted him and was asking him what happened, like what's going on. And this was what Pirate Software had to say right after the fact.
You instantly ran. You didn't even look
As much
back.
as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
I'm not
You
angry
called-
at
you-
all. I'm
You
not angry at all.
overpulled 2 packs. You overpulled 2 packs and a boss. I had 1,400 mana left. I had to spend all of that mana to try and put it on Blizzard to save you guys in the first place, and nothing left. You weren't paying attention to party resources. You overpulled, and you weren't paying attention to where the boss was. That's not.
Notice
on me.
how he doesn't. Okay.
So 2 of his teammates pretty much lost everything. He very clearly ran on his own when he could have just said, you know what, look, yes, I panicked, I
Crazy.
screwed up, my bad, sorry. But he instead decides to blame
Doubles
his
down.
entire team except for himself. It was your guys' fault for pulling in the enemies. It was your guys' fault for calling run in the middle of a fight. It was your guys' fault for this and that. This was very weird behavior. I mean, this is just a game. And he was acting like if he apologized, he would be committing a cardinal sin or something. It made his teammates very uncomfortable to the point where the guild leader had to step in. Now,
Hi,
Soda was
Sheeb.
initially the guild leader, but then unexpectedly,
Did you send me
he
more
doomed
hot
Tyler
swordmen?
One,
'Cause I
who
haven't
had
been able
leveled
to
up
look.
level 60 and became a very important member of the guild in a fight that would
Actually,
determine.
hold on. I can do this. I've been using the same tabs to be able to watch this without being able to check my stuff. I need to check my arts. I bet you I have no notifications. Sag, no notifications. Okay, sorry. I'm working on it now. None of those Fox boys really like stood out to me. The last one, the tall brunette who could who seems like he's very tall. I like him. Usually I know. And then usually what happens is they talk or they do something and then I'm like, or I'm like, You know? All right.
Who the new
I have to keep an eye on the time.
What no one was expecting, though, was that Tyler 1 would beat Soda Poppin'.
I just paused for a second so you didn't miss it. He just because of everything that Pirate Software did, they did this and then they pulled too many bosses and then they tried to run away, but Pirate Software literally just ran away ahead of them like an idiot and didn't try to help them at all. So 2 people died. So this is the aftermath because he takes absolutely no responsibility, so he's just talking about that now.
Master. Seeing that this was becoming a big guild issue, he had to step in and brought both Yamato and Pirate Software into a call in order to squash the beef once and for all. The result? A catastrophe.
Yeah.
Watch.
What do you want, man?
Let me say it again.
He already said his piece.
Pirate.
Go on.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to speak to him because I didn't speak to him correctly. I said it again. We all did mistakes, bro. Like I didn't say, we are just blaming you. It's about the zero accountability is what makes us so mad.
There's no zero accountability, dude. Everyone can do something better.
you-
but when you open up and
No,
you yell
you-
over another
no,
person
listen,
like you
can
were doing
I
earlier,
speak?
You have
Nah,
an
I'm good.
in-game meeting.
See ya. I'm not doing that shit again with him. Nah, he did it the first time. I'm not doing it a second one.
Wow.
Not
You just
interested.
can't handle being wrong.
I mean, this is so weird. Yamato was being as mature as possible here, saying, listen, this was all our fault. We're not blaming you. We just want you to admit, just like we've admitted, that we all screwed up, and he couldn't even say that. Leaving the call like an immature, disrespectful baby as Yamato
Because he
was
is an immature,
This not only
disrespectful
rubbed his
baby.
dungeon teammates the wrong way, it
Allegedly,
rubbed
is
the
what I'm going to say
entire
after
OnlyFans
everything.
Guild, as well as the viewers the
I've
wrong
done
way.
it.
As criticism was mounting, Pirate
I
Software
mean, I've
was
done
for
it
the
too
first time
in the RP
confronting
community in
massive
Final Fantasy, but
controversy
never
coming
like
his way. At any point in time, he could have just simply apologized
specifically
and
for
moved
raid.
on. Instead, he only chose to double down, playing the victim.
Because you're already
and
in
saying
a
that other
conversation
streamers
in like
OnlyFans
Discord and stuff.
just want to cause problems with him for no reason whatsoever.
Content
Hmm.
is causing drama and problems. There's a lot of streamers actually in this guild
Shuzana
that
was
want
just a
to
guy.
cause problems specifically with me, and have even
Wild.
stated so publicly on their Twitch, saying that they want to have a fight with me for content. That's not content. That's dog shit. Ridiculous. Keep it. Not going to be a part of it.
I mean, seriously, why would people just want to attack you unprovoked for no reason whatsoever? What a cruel world we live in. The bulk of these events would unfold from January 10th to January 12th, 2025. By that time, Pirate Software would have received so much criticism, so much hate, that he felt compelled to post a long tweet explaining his point of view on Twitter, saying, "To those trying to character assassinate me online for a bad pull in Dire Maul WoW Hardcore, this is Hardcore WoW and a lot is on the line when you step foot into a dungeon. Here is a light breakdown of the last 24 hours. Our party went the wrong way and overpulled multiple packs with the boss. The shot caller made the call to run, then went back on that call. During the run out, another pack was pulled as we had opted to skip it previously, which is never a
Yeah,
good thing.
he's here.
Communication was completely broken throughout
He's
this, and
explaining
it was our
it,
second
but
time failing the
it's from
dungeon.
his
Everyone
point.
played poorly, and 2 people ultimately lost their characters for it. Each person in this group made mistakes, including myself. I have never once said I was perfect in my play, nor that I was a god gamer. I'm just an ex-Blizzard employee that has played Mage for a long time. To pin that on a single person is absurd at best, and if you're calling for death and cancellation over it, you're too invested in this content in a very unhealthy way. If you're a creator engaging in this kind of behavior, then eventually your content wave will end, but the relationships you've sullied will be permanent. Hope it was worth it for you. To those trying to defend me, don't worry about it. This too shall pass. Do not attack anyone else on my behalf. I've always hated that kind of behavior. I have no intention of stopping making things or not doing stuff as I have already been. Those who are banned will stay so. I've never liked that kind of knee-jerk reaction behavior in our community before, and I will not be changing that now. For
Wait,
those that
what?
don't
No,
understand why
I'm
they will
missing
stay banned,
someone.
we had a 10-hour-long hate raid over it live on Twitch. We had to ban nearly 4,000 accounts across all platforms, and our moderators received death threats regularly throughout it all. People called for me to be killed both in-game and out of game. They tried to get me banned from Twitch, the guild, and WoW. They tried to make disparaging comments about our ferret rescue or that we somehow hurt animals. They tried to spread rumors saying I was convicted of felonies and many other things. The internet hate machine will not defeat me or the community that supports me. See you in WoW Hardcore tomorrow. So this was posted on January 13th, 2025. And while he did admit that everyone in the group made mistakes, including himself,
It's
it
still
truly
everything
didn't
else,
feel
though.
genuine. It seemed
Yeah.
like it was absolutely impossible for him to just say, I'm sorry, I misplayed. He just couldn't do it. Someone pointed that out, saying, where's the I messed up? And Pirate Software said, apparently you have no idea how to read. Hope this helps,
wow.
highlighting the paragraph in which he said, each person in this group made mistakes, including myself. Again, it was worded in a disingenuous way. He just couldn't
He
take
couldn't do
individual
it. He can't
accountability
take
here, no
he
matter
can't take the
what.
neg
The
the
top comment
negative
was a
and
WoW streamer known by Joker D saying, just take the L, it's not
Yeah.
that hard, to which Pirate Software said, hope this was worth it for you. So
Mhm.
overall, this entire response didn't really help him at all.
Oh
and
my
even if
God.
it did, he would single-handedly ruin any progress it might have had in
People.
the coming days. He would double down, triple down, quadruple down, quintuple down, and eventually sextuple down, only to call OnlyFans a content guild
Who's
built
that?
on hate.
And a lot of it was from a rogue that was bitching the entire time about every goddamn thing that was going on except for his own play. But the mage is the one at fault because the mage is the hero class and the mage has to do everything perfectly. Everyone in that played badly. The druid butt pulled an extra pack on the way out. The tank chose to take us into a bad route through the entirety of the dungeon, pulled 2 packs and the boss at the same time. I, as the mage, went into that fight with 40% mana, tried to use my resources, used them poorly, and got myself out when the call was made to run, which, by the way, was made by them as well. Everyone played badly. In fact, the only person who didn't was the healer. And I explained that in the Twitter post, but no one wants to hear that shit because they want it to be a double down, a triple down, a quadruple down. They want to have a villain.
Oh,
they want to have
boy.
an enemy. They want to fight.
They
that
just
shit
all
to the
hate
ground.
me,
They want to send death
wah.
threats to people over it because they're goddamn insane. Because this guild has turned into a content guild built on hate, not a content guild built on experiences. Because they're freaking monsters, dude.
They're
It's just crazy how
freaking
we got to this point,
monsters,
and we're not
dude.
even halfway
Wow.
through this drama, and all he had to really realistically do was look at the camera and say, you know what? I'm sorry. We all misplayed, yes, but I screwed up by running away the way I did. I had 2 items that could have restored my mana so I could help the 2 people who died, but I just simply panicked and ran away. And so even though we all misplayed,
Yeah, like, it's
I
not
just wanna
that
say
hard.
I'm sorry for my play. But no, it was too hard for him. Guys, he worked at Blizzard, and Blizzard employees simply don't make mistakes. That's a given.
Yeah,
As
they're-
Pirate
it's all
Software
just
was too busy
grown-ass
playing the
men.
victim, a clip of the streamer Lucari surfaced in which he was doing a dungeon with Pirate Software. You see, Lucari
Like, he's
is
a
someone who had
grown-ass man
never
and he
played
won't,
World of
he's just like,
Warcraft up until
wah,
this
they're
point.
bullying
He
me.
was
Okay,
playing a
fuck
mage,
off.
just like Pirate, but he was kind
You-
of having
you
a hard
just-
time keeping up with everything going
You
on.
put so much work into this stuff, regardless of if it's just gaming or anything like that. And for you to just like, if you die, you die. But I can't imagine. I could not imagine in my raid group because we're all very good at understanding. And if we make mistakes, we laugh about it. We joke, we move on. If anybody in my raid group was like this, I would be, the way that I would be so immediately like, we need to, no, you and I need to talk because that can't happen again. We're a raid. We're a team. This is a team thing. We're doing this as a team. We all make mistakes. But my raid team, every single person, if they mess up, they go, "Ah, shit, that was my bad. I'm so sorry," and we move on. If they do something a whole lot, we have memes and jokes in our group. So if they do something a lot, we tease and we joke, but we would never go this far. Like, this is insane. Yeah.
On.
Like,
Here's how-
you made a mistake in Blizzard the game, like in World of Warcraft the game. Own up to it, move on. It's not going to end your world. What is going to end your everything is being an asshole and having people not like you, so you lose your job.
Pirate
Yeah.
treated him. I'm sure you can tell from the title.
One of our
Pirate Software-
raiders, he has terrible internet, so he lags, and he somehow, I think if he ever got good internet, it would be like Rock Lee when he takes off the weights and he's just super fast. Like, he would be too powerful for all of us, but he lags. So when he lags, he's like, I can't see anything. So then the rest of us will go, oh, you got to go here. Oh, it's this. You got to go here. You have this marker. You have that. Sometimes he can play through it. Sometimes he can't. And that's okay. It's just what happens. It's just his internet. But we don't like harass him for it every time it happens. So stupid.
Software bullying a totally new player to the game. Pathetic, dude. Watch.
Yeah.
Basically have to evocate to get your mana back for the next pull. Ugh.
Reminded me. Sorry, I don't play the game, so I forgot. If you remind me, I can help you out. Real quick.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm the only mage in the party. You're right, Jen. If only someone else would cast Arcane. If only.
That's so inappropriate.
Can't really keep wishing for things that just aren't here, though.
That's true. That's true. Can't wish for the rogue. Can't wish for another mage to cast Arcane.
Yeah.
Brother, may I have some oats? Oh, since we have 2 mages, we could probably poly the ads.
Wait, we have 2 mages. Oh, man.
Yeah, I can poly.
He's such a
Here I can
child.
be the
I
one
hate
casting
I hate
Arcane?
hearing him.
Incredible.
Oh, that's crazy.
I hate him.
It's wild, right?
God, even reality TV can't recreate such an awkward moment, man. It's ruining the whole vibe.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm the only mage in the party. You're right, Jen.
Hey man, I'm new to the game, so if you want me to help with Arcane, just let me know, remind me. Yeah, it's too bad I'm the only mage in the game, right chat? Oh, we have 2 mages. Oh, I didn't know that. All that in the face of a new
That's
player
so
who's
pathetic.
being nothing but nice, honestly.
Yeah.
And yet Pirate Software had the gall to complain about being bullied by other content creators when he was literally doing that
The
to
bully.
someone as innocent as Lacan.
Why are they bullying
the
me?
culmination of all this would force Sodapoppin to take the decision
Oh,
of
no.
kicking Pirate Software from OnlyFans, pinging everyone in the OnlyFans
Sorry, something's
Discord
going on
and
with
saying
work.
this. Yes, I made a decision to kick Pirate. I felt a large majority of people in the guild felt uncomfortable playing or being
Yeah,
around
'cause he was
him
being an
and
asshole.
all that drama that surrounded him at this point. Even though some people may have not felt that way, a lot did. And after seeing some clips today from him quadrupling down, or I don't know what number we're on at this point, I think I'm making the right decision, but still I feel bad. Try to just let this whole thing slide into forgetfulness and move on, in my opinion. Stay safe, gamers. So look, at the end of the day, in World of Warcraft in general, when you're in a raid or dungeon, you have to trust every single member on your team to make sure that not only you complete the raid or dungeon, but that you also survive. This also applies on a way bigger scale
Oh, good,
in
that's
World of
it.
Warcraft
Saved my
Classic Hardcore. Because one bad teammate can cost you the account that you've put dozens or even hundreds of hours in. And people just couldn't trust someone who couldn't take any accountability like Pirate Software. As soon as things would have gone wrong,
That's
he
so
would have probably
annoying.
just ran for his life and said
Sorry.
he had no mana again.
Fish not fishing? What do you mean? It should be fishing. Fish broke? You guys fish all the fish. There's no fish left. There you go. Weird. Regular Final Fantasy raiders are either the chillest, saddest, silliest people or the most toxic and yeah, I've been in groups with both. Raid groups have literally made me cry before, so I created my own group and we've been together pretty much for the last 5 years as a group. So yeah, you guys fished so hard you broke fishing.
And not many people really felt sorry for him because at the end of the day, he was the embodiment of this meme. No one was forcing him to sextuple down. No one was forcing him to bully a
Sextuple
new
down.
player. The only person who was shooting themselves in the foot with a shotgun was none other than Pirate Software. At this point, Jason Thor Hall, otherwise known as Pirate Software, was slowly but surely becoming a lolcow, but he had no idea. But that was normal, because fundamentally speaking, a lolcow is never aware that they're a lolcow. Look, there are a lot of definitions of what a lolcow is, but if I had to sum it up, well, it would be very simple. It's someone who simply embodies the worst of the worst when it comes to human traits, but they would be constantly convinced that they are the perfect human being, never
Yep,
able
that's
to
Pirate
admit
Software.
fault, and never willing to, even when they know that they're in the wrong. This by itself becomes very entertaining, and there are many examples. They come in all shapes, sizes, and even colors. And the mage who ran out of mana was about to join their ranks imminently. All he had to do to avoid this fate was just fucking apologize.
And just
man.
apologize and
But he
shut
just
up.
couldn't. In fact, what he ended up doing was maybe one of the cringiest things in this entire video. I genuinely can't believe that someone in his 30s said this, but I mean, watch this yourself. You'll know what I mean.
How did you get this deep? Stop feeding into it. All of the accounts that are messaging me are getting reported. There's a funny fact about this. I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. There's a whole lot of other people
Oh,
there
shut
that
up.
still know me. And all of these reports are going directly to them. They're well aware of the situation, and everybody who's messaging me, they're going to get read. It's kind of a dumbass thing to do, and I can't wait for all of them to get banned. Yep.
Yeah, so all you guys whispering me right now with these threats, well, guess what? My dad works at Nintendo, and I'm going to tell him personally about every single one of you, so good job. See you later. It's like, bro, if they're sending you death threats, you really just have to report them in game, and I'm sure something will happen. You don't have to actually bother your Blizzard alumni. This clip was on January 14th. And guys, I swear to you, I am constantly impressed by how ironic life can be. I don't think we live in a simulation, but sometimes I do get the feeling because some things are just so perfect in comedic timing, you'd think that there was someone writing a script. One day after this clip came out, Pirate Software was streaming the game Ashes of Creation during its second alpha. This is an MMORPG similar to World of Warcraft, and it also has raids as well as dungeons. During a raid, Pirate Software would wipe the entire team. You would kill everyone single-handedly by pulling in the wrong unit. What would be his first reaction? Well, watch for yourself.
No, no, not it
Sabu
again.
was not paying attention.
He pulled in the enemy.
Sabu.
And he died.
God damn it, guys.
No, he pulled the ocular.
So one of you pulled the ocular.
It was you.
Why? Now half the raid is dead. Was there a reason for that?
It was you, stupid. Yeah, she's still napping. She sleeps all day while I work. She's a good
I
girl.
swear, it is so funny knowing that he was the one who pulled the ocular. This is also another thing with lolcows. They are unintentionally hilarious. Pirate Software here was genuinely pissed, okay? He genuinely was livid. But knowing that he was the one who caused the wipe is so fucking funny. It showed people that World of Warcraft wasn't an isolated case. He was doing this in Ashes of Creation and would very easily do this a third time somewhere else. It was him. He was the issue here. And his lack of accountability was astounding. But you know what else is astounding? His ability to keep digging himself in deeper holes. During this whole fiasco, Joker D would talk about Pirate Software and would call him out.
I honestly fuck Pirate Software. Like, straight up, bro, this dude is a complete fraud. At least in the WoW space, I don't care if he worked for fucking Blizzard. The guy probably made fucking coffee for some devs.
Thank you for the head
I don't even
pats.
believe for a second.
So out of all the streamers in OnlyFans, Joker D probably went the hardest on Pirate Software. He took segments of this rant and uploaded it as a YouTube video. That YouTube video would then be removed due to a violation of community guidelines, and the person who striked it cited the reason as being harassment and cyberbullying. One could only guess who took this video down. I mean, seriously. Joker D would never reveal the name of the brand or whatever that was behind this, but seeing that the video had gotten brigaded by Pirate Software's community, for many, it was safe to say that Pirate Software was the one who took this video down because he simply didn't
I
like
gotta make sure that I leave on time or I'm gonna be late to my
Seeing
nails.
that Pokemon had done this in the past back in 2020, getting an amazing community reaction, and of course we can't forget about Alinity doing this as well back in 2018. Wow, I'm old.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy.
I mean, it was genius. It worked so well for every content creator who had done that prior. So obviously, this was the play. Congratulations. You know, it's so fascinating to me how the internet works sometimes. Someone could mind their own business for months, for years, for decades. But as soon as they do something that makes them so incredibly unlikable, the internet starts seeing a big red target on your back and they strike.
Yeah,
Pirate
I mean,
Software had a talent of building up a huge loyal community in just the span of a couple of months. When January 2025 came by, though,
it happens. People don't want to get fucked around with, and then when they find out that you're an asshole, like if you guys ever found out that I'm an asshole. No, I'm kidding. If you guys, like, if I ever did something to, like, really hurt you guys, or you just, like, thought I was lying about something, like, I would understandably, I would get it. But these people, they purposely hide how they are. They purposely are not the same when it comes to people. Their personas go too far. Like, there are times where I'm doing something and I will get a little bit more excited than I would normally, because I usually would just not say anything. But, like, if we're doing something and I'm like, oh, yes, do that. No, wait, don't do that. Like, that's natural, but sometimes I push it a little harder because I'm streaming. But, like, I would never completely have a different personality. Dan knows this. Dan's been my friend. Dan and Anu, those two are exactly the same as, like, we're the same streaming as if we were just in a call by ourselves. If we were just talking to each other in a call, it's exactly like what you guys hear on stream. Anu, it's the Jackal. Hi. We're talking about people being fake. And I was telling them that, like, literally, if the three of us were in a call, the Resi stream is the Resi stream was just a glimpse into our Discord calls. Like, if we were in a call, that's just us. That's just how we are. But, like, some of these people are so fake outside of streaming that it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. We didn't give a fuck. No. 100%. That's how they are in real life.
Incidents that we just talked about had.
I'm not gonna finish this video before I gotta go, but that's okay.
Haters would start scrutinizing
literally just how we are.
Of Pirate Software, both as a brand and as a person. Only
Let's
to
see if I can
eventually
finish a couple more things
dismantle
before I gotta
this
go.
Massive empire that he had built. Now look, just to be clear, Pirate Software has always had haters, dating all the way back to September 2024, and there were earlier instances too. This is normal. When you get famous, when you take over the algorithm the way he did, some people will naturally get fatigued from you. I mean, you might not believe this, but even someone like Queso has haters, purely because he's a massive content creator. No
yeah,
pun intended.
at no point you'll
Some
get
of these
haters.
Early haters of Pirate
I need to get my
Software would
nails
start
done as
making
well.
videos talking about his
That's
past.
like the
About
only
how, for
time I
example,
pamper
he wasn't
myself.
the game developer he was
And they're
making
so
himself
long right
out
now
to
that I
be,
can't type
especially with
anymore.
his Blizzard experience. About how he used to go by the name of Moldavius Fictree and was a well-renowned furry in Second Life and EVE Online. But those videos would never get enough traction to actually matter. As you can see, this video right here with the title of Pirate Software, the streamer who faked his game dev career, had reached almost 100,000 views. From the like and dislike ratio, we can see how Pirate Software had somehow, either directly or indirectly, sent his community to brigade this video, and just like Joker D's video, it was taken down by abusing the copy strike system and inciting harassment and cyberbullying. So essentially, if you were an early hater of Pirate Software, if you had something to say, well, chances are no one heard you. This is how for a long time he was able to sweep all the hate, feedback, and criticism under the rug. Except this time, after all the events that we just saw unfold, he had way too many eyes examining his every move, and he couldn't just sweep criticism under the rug anymore. For example, around the end of January 2025,
I didn't mean to do that.
Pirate Software had DMCA'd an indie game and threatened to sue its developer. Why? Well, the developer shows us the main reason why Pirate Software wanted the game taken down.
I've seen this.
Here
Never
it
mind.
is. It's this roach wearing the same wizard hat that he was wearing during World of Warcraft while mimicking some of the things that he was saying. Watch.
As much as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
This whole game got DMCA'd because of this. I mean, this is how sensitive he is. And now many people were
I mean, men can get their nails done. It's not just a female thing. I see guys in there all the time.
Every time he did,
sometimes they like getting their toes done, and it's funny because
His
they giggle when
strategy was now
the
outdated.
they get their
Everyone was
feet
made
touched.
aware of what had happened.
I've
to
seen
this
that.
indie. And speaking of indie games, there was renewed scrutiny over Pirate Software's indie game called Heartbound, with many.
Are you Canadian? I don't remember that one. The Good Morning one is hilarious. I sent that one off to my editor too, because it's just literally like, what the fuck's happening? And you going, good morning, campers. I don't remember which revenge one. I feel like you got revenge a few times.
Wondering
so
why
funny.
It's been in early access since
I'm not even finished the video, and I
with no
have like
release
so
date
many
in
things
sight.
I sent
Give
off.
it 3 more years, it'll be a decade. Some people were comparing him to Yandere Dev.
Oh, the mirror.
A very
Mhm.
well-established lolcow who hadn't
Yeah,
released his game in
that's a
over
good one.
a decade. And when people actually analyzed its code, they found some of the worst written code known to mankind. Seeing all this scrutiny and criticism catch up to his own game development
Nah, I'm gonna
must
have
have
time to
hit
do
one hell
these.
of a nerve, because very shortly after he announced
Should make
that
sure I do these in the
Heartbound
morning.
would start receiving monthly updates, and all it took was people going there and reviewing it negatively. He was hoping that this would steer off the criticism and the scrutiny, and that things would eventually finally go back to normal, but the haters weren't really done just yet. People were putting into question his entire identity, the fact that he worked at Blizzard for 7 years, but worked what exactly? as well as him claiming that he was one hell of a hacker who had gone to the yearly hacking conference DEF CON and won some pretty important events there with the help of his team that he never mentioned, of course, always taking credit for this by himself. I mean, at some point he was invited to a podcast called Dropped Frames. This was a clip from it, and here's the title: Pirate Software on how he became a hacker for the government. These were the stories that he was telling people. Watch this.
You're a hacker. Like that's where you like kind of started.
Actual hacker.
An actual hacker. Like,
Yes.
not like I'm a hacker type. No, you're an actual hacker. You won.
Like an actual hacker.
Yeah,
Yeah, my last job was hacking power plants for the federal government. I
Yeah.
worked for the United States Department of Energy.
So a
Just
dude
the
walks in with a
and
laptop and a suit, and you lean over to, who's that guy?
Oh, that's the hacker from the government. Yeah, that's the hacker.
It's even worse 'cause we go in like 3 to 4 man teams, man. So like we've got a team. Of
Oh, you
dudes
had a
looking
fleet.
Like
You had
this.
like a team of
Yeah.
dudes in
It
suits
wasn't just
holding
me.
laptops,
Yeah,
walking into
exactly.
restricted areas. Okay.
When he says things like this, what he's trying to paint in your mind as a viewer is that he's some sort of Unit 8200 Mossad agent writing zero-day exploits on USBs that are snuck into Iranian nuclear facilities and that infest and shut down the entire technical operation of that nuclear power plant. When in reality, if you look at his LinkedIn and reconcile it against his skill set, what he did was social engineering. He wrote phishing emails and tried to gain access to credentials and user systems that way.
So Coding Jesus said it best. Pirate Software's entire identity was slowly starting to unravel right before our very eyes. From the shorts that made him go viral, to the stories he used to say on stream, to quite literally everything about him was nothing more than either an exaggeration or him trying as best as possible to sugarcoat reality. We can very clearly see on his LinkedIn that first off, he didn't work at Blizzard for 7 years, it was actually 6 years, 6 months, and that his initial roles were him being in quality assurance. For the first 4 years at Blizzard, so the majority of his time there, he was in an entry-level role, eventually being promoted multiple times and finishing off as a senior red team specialist. In his own description of the job, he said, infiltrated and exploited physical access controls, managed social engineering operations to improve employee awareness and resilience,
Yeah, I
and
have to do
finally
these in the
created,
morning.
launched, and managed a global
Whoop,
web
whoop, whoop, whoop.
application bounty program. As Coding Jesus said, this guy would literally just send phishing emails, make
I got
phone
done what I
calls,
needed to
try
today,
pretend
but
to be
there's
an
other stuff
outsider
because
in
somebody is
order
out.
to have
So I will do
employees
that
make
in the
mistakes so that they can
morning.
improve internal protocols. I mean, it's an important job, that's for sure. But even on his LinkedIn, he would make claims that he worked on all these different games. I mean, yeah, indirectly, but none of your code made it to the game.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
didn't
like, you
model,
can work
didn't
on games
texture,
also
and
without
you sure
doing-
as hell didn't animate. You just so happened
Like, who knows
to
what he did
work
on it?
internal projects in parallel to these games.
It looks like he
Every
just told
time
people what to
someone would mention
do.
Something about games, about the video game industry, about whatever, he would always start off by
No,
saying,
John.
I worked 7 years at Blizzard, actually,
God.
so I know what I'm talking about. When in reality, no, you have more experience as an indie developer than you ever had as a developer at a AAA company, and that's the truth. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that he made this such an important and integral part of his personality that it felt like a massive betrayal. But that's not all. His dad was Joey Ray Hall. This picture right here is of 10 people. And if you don't know who they are, these people happen to be the original founders of Blizzard Entertainment. Yes, these guys are legends in every sense of the word. And the guy in the middle is none other than Jason Thorhall's father. He later became the director of cinematics at Blizzard, which is probably the only thing that Blizzard has been consistently good at for the last 20 years. He was also the inspiration behind this guy in South Park from the famous World of Warcraft episode. I mean, this guy was a legend in every sense of the word. And so Mashable.com, when they made this article about Pirate Software titled How Streamer Pirate Software Gained Nearly 2 million subs in 6 months, they just had to mention the fact that he's a Nepo baby, saying when he was 16, he landed a dream job as a game tester at Blizzard Entertainment, which before the bloated loot boxes and corporate acquisition by Microsoft for $68.7 billion was considered one of the most respected companies in the video game industry. It helped that he was a Nepo baby, since his dad Joey Ray Hall had spent over 2 decades at the industry titan since almost the very beginning. Now, of course, after 6 months he would leave because he felt that the corporate life wasn't for him, and many years later would reapply by himself.
Sorry, I was grabbing clothes because I got to change. Is that something you want to be known as legendary for, being the guy from the South Park episode where they made fun of him? Is that something you want to be famous for?
without the help of his
Hey,
dad,
hey.
landing a QA role, which
I know, I got
believe
up.
because if he had the help of
Oh,
his dad,
no,
no way
don't
he
you
would
get up.
end up in an entry-level position. But still, just them including this sentence, calling him a Nepo baby, truly triggered him beyond belief. I mean, look at what he had to say.
Yeah, it's South
really
Park.
not a
Okay,
fan
I
of that.
guess.
Not a fan of that. It's one of those things that I've been trying to fight my entire career. It's one of the things that I've had to argue with people in chat about. It's one of the things that we ban people for here. Anytime people say shit like that, because it's deeply
Wah, I'm not a
disrespectful,
Nepo
and
baby.
it completely overwrites any of the things that I've done throughout my career as something that is somebody else's success, which they have not been in any possible respect. And it's just rude as fuck. So, what do you say? In the thing, he said it was he called me a Nepo baby in his article. No, that's dog shit behavior. Really gross. In any case, let's go find somebody to raid.
I mean, you heard him, right? He would ban people in chat.
No, I mean,
if
like,
they
not-
called him a Nepo baby.
I guess like that specific guy maybe, but like I know being in South Park, people would want that.
Easiest way to trigger him. And yet, at the same time, the same guy who's acting triggered
Can
over
I
being
have
called
it?
Nepo
I need
baby
money.
said this multiple times on his stream. Watch.
So I'm second generation Blizzard. I'm the first second generation Blizzard employee that ever existed in the company. I'm also a second generation Blizzard employee. I was a second generation Blizzard employee. I was the first second
Right,
generation
have at
Blizzard
it.
employee
Beautiful.
ever. I was the first second generation Blizzard employee. And I love that shit. I love that company. Working for Blizzard sucked.
Again, a lol cow is someone who is unintentionally hilarious when being 100% serious, and I just can't stop laughing at this guy. I mean, seriously? I was the first second generation Blizzard employee? What is this, the Chinese dynasty? Like, what are you even talking about? And let's be real here, the only reason you were the first second generation Blizzard employee was purely because
He's
of your
like,
dad.
keep
Because
start-
back then, they
yeah.
didn't even have a recruiting team. You were just the easiest
Okay.
hire. And I think one thing he has to understand is that being a Nepo baby isn't a bad thing. I think most people, if they had a dad or a mom who worked a really cool job, they would love to take advantage of that, and they do.
Like, okay, I have to go because I'm waiting way too long to get ready. But there's a difference between, okay, so like if my parents were rich and famous and that made it so I could live life, like, yeah, that's just like what it is. But imagine just not having to worry about things. Right? Like, you can be a Nepo baby without being a bad person, I guess. Okay, one second. We're gonna go over. Just because I gotta be at the place at 3, and it's literally across the street, but they probably don't want to see me in my pajamas. Well, oh, cat cam slip. It's a shame Anu's not streaming, or I would throw you guys at him. Being done hand in hand. I never like to be too much of a gremlin at these places because I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable. So. What am I doing? I'm gonna turn the cat can off because she might not be there when I do this again. Yeah, I just don't like to be too much of a gremlin. I'm a sophisticated woman, and I shall be known. No, I mean, like, I'm going in a sweater and jeans, but better than pajamas. It's cold outside. No, I'm gonna dismiss ads because we're gonna go. The boys are not streaming, so I cannot throw you at them. Just get the fishing out while you can, because I'm done. I don't know if anybody I know is streaming right now. No, so I might throw you at somebody random. It is cold outside. I don't like it. Vanilla, like without the costume. Because it's coming back. I promise. Yeah, well, spooky season's almost over. I'll be back to myself soon. Probably for next week. Just because, like, the stuff's all big. All so big. Okay. Who are you? Hi, Lamp. Unfortunately, I'm just raiding out. Who are you? Okay. So we are going to raid. You don't have to worry about raiding out. Most of us think I just tune in for you. Yeah, I know, but it's still nice. It's still nice for the people who we're raiding to, you know? Hi, Takeshi. I'm sorry. I'm just about to leave. I've been here. I fell asleep. Okay. I have to go. I gotta get my nails done. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow. This seemed to be really good. I probably will. I'm sorry, Takeshi. I might do this again. It was a lot of fun. A lot of little chit-chatting. I can't promise it'll be every day all the time, but every once in a while it's not so bad. We're gonna raid out to somebody called Lunari Donna. So go say hi. I know you guys are all here for me and I appreciate it, but go say hi. I appreciate you and I'll be back tomorrow. All right, goodbye, my loves.
Thank you.